Chapter 1700. Everyone looked at each other. It was true. Everyone believed that Lin Xian had been doubted by Qingyu, who was at the 9 Stars Great Void Realm from the Hidden Dragon Army's 4th Division. What he did was to defeat Qingyu to prove to everyone that he was stronger than him and that he had the qualifications to lead them. However, Lin Xian's actions had truly alarmed everyone. He did not challenge Qingyu, but challenged a heavenly Dao realm existence. This heavenly Dao realm was at the 1-star realm. The Eye of Cave Spirit could detect that, so Lin Xian could challenge him. Regardless of the outcome, it would at least give everyone a greater impact. He was definitely not playing by the rules. He's indeed the Lin Xian I know. Murong Feng said with a laugh. Isn't he being a little too arrogant? He wants to challenge a heavenly Dao realm existence? Isn't that courting death? A few people beside him began discussing. However, I feel that since he said so, he should have some confidence. Yes, he should have some confidence, but is that possible? That's the heavenly Dao. How can the heavenly Dao be so easily defeated by someone at the Great Void Realm? No, it's not easy. It's impossible. Although there are strong and weak heavenly Dao, a heavenly Dao is still a heavenly Dao. A heavenly Dao is not something the Great Void Realm can compare with. No matter how strong you are at the Great Void Realm, it's impossible. As for the other Hidden Dragon Army members, they began roaring with laughter. Ha ha ha, they were really about to burst out laughing. What a joke. A Great Void Realm wants to challenge a heavenly Dao realm existence? There has never been such a ridiculous matter since ancient times. No. There are some, but they are all dead. Ha ha ha, that's not it. Does he think that challenging a heavenly Dao realm existence will make us admire him? But to be honest, he is indeed worthy of admiration. Is that Lin Xian? What a joke. Some people could not help but mock. When Qingyu heard Lin Xian's words, he was momentarily at a loss for words. The heavenly Dao 1-star expert laughed and said, "Little brother Lin, you aren't joking, right?" Lin Xian smiled and said, "Of course not. These guys don't believe me. Senior said that if I defeat this 9 Stars Great Void Stage Qingyu, will he accept me? He was still unwilling to submit to me, so what could I do? Then I can only let all of them see that I can do what they can't do in their lifetime. In this way they should be convinced by me. If you were to defeat me, I would naturally submit to you. However, don't think that you can make me submit to you just because you say that you can challenge someone at the heavenly Dao realm at the Great Void Realm." Qingyu snorted. All right. Lin Xian waved his hand and said, "Whatever you say is meaningless." After he finished speaking, Lin Xian looked at the old man and said, "Senior, please don't show mercy." The old man smiled and said, "Then let this old man test your strength." After saying that, he smiled and released his terrifying aura. Feeling this aura, everyone couldn't help but suck in a breath of cold air. Is this the might of the heavenly Dao? It's too terrifying. With such terrifying strength, this Lin Xian actually wants to challenge the heavenly Dao? What a joke. It's really a joke. Idiot. What's he acting for? Does he think he's invincible just because he came out of the God's Awakening Door? No matter how much the God's Awakening Door improves, it's limited. In this world, it's impossible for someone at the Great Void Realm to defeat someone at the Heavenly Dao Realm. It's impossible for any genius, no matter how much of a genius they are. Then I'd like to see what kind of person this Lin Xian is. These people were waiting for a good show to unfold. Idiot. Wang Jian sneered. He was not a member of Lin Xian's team. As for Han Chuxue, Ling Ying, and Murong Yu, they were also worried. Although they understood Lin Xian's character and knew that he would not do this if he did not have the confidence. But wasn't it a little too fierce for someone at the Great Void Realm to challenge the Heavenly Dao? As for the old man who was challenged by Lin Xian, although he was smiling on the surface, he was actually unhappy. A mere Great Void Realm cultivator dared to challenge him. Tell me, how could he be happy? Therefore, he was going to let this Lin Xian know what it meant to pay a price. What was the might of the heavenly Tao? Little brother Lin, do it. The old man said to Lin Xian. Lin Xian cracked his neck. Domain, realm upgrade. Whoosh, Lin Xian's realm was upgraded to 10 stars of the Great Void Realm. Everyone could feel Lin Xian's upgrade. However, it was only an increase of 9 stars to 10 stars. In the Great Void Realm, this was indeed a huge increase. However, when facing the Heavenly Tao, unless you were also a Heavenly Tao, there was absolutely no possibility of you winning. But for Lin Xian, being at the 1 star of the Heavenly Tao realm was actually a lot easier. His realm-lowering domain could lower 3 stars, so Lin Xian believed that it would not be a problem to forcefully lower the Heavenly Tao realm by 1 star to 10 stars of the Great Void Realm. However, this would be extremely draining, but Lin Xian was prepared to end the battle quickly. Realm-lowering domain. Then, everyone felt the old man's aura rapidly vanish. Lin Xian's spiritual energy was instantly drained by an unknown amount. But thankfully, there was still some left. At the same time, Lin Xian had a rough idea of the cost of releasing this domain. What? The old man's pupils constricted. Even though he had 1,000 ways, his realm had suddenly dropped from the Heavenly Tao realm to the Great Void Realm. No matter what he did, it would not be easy. Senior, take this. The corners of Lin Xian's mouth curled slightly. Destruction laws. Creation laws. Myriad world heavenly lightning tribulation. Boom. Everyone was secretly alarmed. No, is this the might 9 stars of the Great Void Realm should have? To be honest, this Lin Xian is indeed astounding. The combat strength he can produce is truly powerful. Ha! What's so powerful about it? It's about the same. However, when the dust settled, everyone's pupils could not help but constrict violently. What? They did not understand why the Heavenly Tao Realm Senior's aura would drop in the beginning, but they believed that no matter what, this was a Heavenly Tao Realm expert. No matter what means one had, it was useless in front of a Heavenly Tao Realm expert. But, the scene after the dust settled left everyone dumbfounded. Lin Xian stood there perfectly fine, but his opponent, the Heavenly Tao Realm expert, was also standing there. However, his aura was extremely unstable. He appeared to be injured. This? Senior, you have been defeated. Lin Xian said lightly. What? Everyone revealed a puzzled look. Why was he able to say that? Why was he defeated? Chapter 1701. Yes. In the eyes of these people, Lin Xian's strike seemed to have injured the Heavenly Tao Realm expert. He was already very heaven-defying. However, that was all there was to it. But now, Lin Xian was telling the expert that he had been defeated. This left everyone perplexed. Little brother Lin is indeed a young hero. You really have the qualifications to teach these people. At the very least, you are absolutely qualified in this aspect. I'm impressed. The elder said to Lin Xian with a smile. Thank you for letting me win. The old man also cupped his fists and walked to the front of his team members. What? Everyone was secretly alarmed. Could it be that Lin Xian really won? But how did he win? I didn't see anything. What's going on? What's going on? Could it be that they were acting? Everyone had such thoughts. Really, they really thought that the two of them were acting here? What was the meaning of this? Everyone, if little brother Lin had not stopped just now, I would probably have been beheaded. The elder said nonchalantly. What? Upon hearing this, they were even more incredulous. What was this? Lin Xian smiled and said, It seems like you aren't convinced. One of them said, It was blocked by the dust. We didn't see anything. So, you don't even believe the words of a Heavenly Tao Realm Senior, right? Lin Xian laughed. No, that's two different things. You didn't convince us. Qingyu said. Lin Xian knew that it was not that they were unconvinced. They were convinced, but they were still being stubborn. Although some of them believed that he and the Heavenly Tao Realm expert were acting, Lin Xian also knew that most of them felt that the possibility was low and meaningless. However, they had to see it with their own eyes. "Did you see it?" Morong Fong said. "This punk is too shocking. He nearly slit the left supremacy's throat with a single strike. He has the ability to lower his opponent's realm. He can even forcefully lower a Heavenly Tao realm expert's realm to the Great Void realm. That's right. It's too unbelievable. Such an ability is too abnormal. It should be a domain. Is there such a domain? But even if there is, isn't it too unbelievable that a Great Void realm expert could lower a Heavenly Tao realm expert's cultivation to the Great Void realm? How much spiritual energy would that expend?" The people beside him were secretly alarmed. At this moment, Lin Xian said, "All right. I understand. Come at me together." "What?" The members of the 4th troop of the Hidden Dragon Army looked at each other. "This punk is too arrogant." However, if he had said that earlier, he wouldn't have needed to fight a Heavenly Tao realm expert. From the looks of it, there's no need for him to fight a Heavenly Tao realm expert. Family Master said. "No, no, no." Another Tian Family Master shook his head. "He did it on purpose. He knows that he can defeat a Heavenly Tao realm expert, so he deliberately did not let anyone see this scene. He left everyone in suspense. This way, if he defeats the Hidden Dragon Army's 4th team, these people will be convinced. They will consider carefully if Lin Xian really defeated a Heavenly Tao realm expert. Then why not let them see this scene? Wouldn't it give them a greater impact? That's because this punk is giving face to the left supremacy." Morong Fong explained. "So that's the case. I didn't consider it thoroughly. This punk is so young, but he thinks things through so thoroughly." Morong Fong nodded. "This is also why I believe that he has the ability to lead the Hidden Dragon Army. Don't look at his young age. His wisdom and the calmness of his heart are not something these kids can compare to. One is marked by the company one keeps. I think that even if Lin Xian is useless and can't teach them anything, I believe that if they meet someone who is more outstanding than any of them, who is more calm and outstanding, they will imitate him. Because they are all proud people, when they meet someone stronger, they may not be convinced on the surface, but in reality, after a long time, they will imitate Lin Xian in the way they do things." Yes, that's true. For every prideful person, they naturally want to become more outstanding. But when they meet someone, they will think, why is this person more outstanding? What's so outstanding about him? They are clearly the most outstanding, so why is there someone more outstanding? They will think that this more outstanding person has something special about him that they don't have. So, many times, when they do things, they will deliberately imitate a more outstanding person. Morong Family Head, so this is your real goal? Morong Fong shook his head. "No, this is only one of my goals. Even if Lin Xian doesn't have the ability to lead the Hidden Dragon Army, he can still help these outstanding kids improve in half a month. But my true goal is to hope that this kid Lin Xian can help these people improve. I truly hope that this kid has this ability. After all, in my eyes, I have always believed that this Lin Xian has the ability to become a key figure in the future of the human race against the demon race. I also think that he is the only candidate." On the other side, 110 people surrounded Lin Xian. "Since you have said so, then don't blame us for being ruthless." A man's eyes narrowed as he spoke. Lin Xian smiled and said, "Make your move. Let's go." The battle was about to begin. Lin Xian's figure was facing more than 100 experts alone. In the eyes of others, such a battle was impossible to win. But now, everyone had a glimmer of hope. Especially when they saw Lin Xian's powerful combat strength and ease under the siege of this group of people, they were secretly alarmed. How did he become so much stronger? Morong Yu muttered to herself. It's an ability he obtained after returning from the Door of God's Awakening. Ling Ying shrugged his shoulders. Right, what did he obtain? It seems to be a domain, and all his attributes have been doubled. All his attributes have been doubled? Why would he choose such an upgrade? Morong Yu was puzzled. Normally, they would choose to upgrade an additional attribute, such as a domain, a law, or something like that. A full attribute upgrade might seem useful now, but after reaching the heavenly Tao realm, it wouldn't seem to have much of an effect. And the reason why Lin Xian chose this was because he had no other choice. His attributes were all attributes. Among the laws, he had the strongest one, so he chose this one after choosing a domain. Chapter 1702. Lin Xian's true combat strength had never been displayed in front of the public before. The Qianwu conference was also not open to the public. For half a month, they had been fighting outside. Only in the martial arts academy did Lin Xian's battles with some experts become public. However, at that time, Lin Xian was only at the domain realm. He was not even at the heavenly venerable realm. Therefore, many people did not know that Lin Xian's current combat strength was at the great virtual realm. Until now, Lin Xian was at the great virtual realm. 9 stars was already a very high level. However, there were no less than 5 great virtual realm 9 stars in the Hidden Dragon Army's 4th division. There were even quite a few 7 stars and 8 stars. The difference was only 1 or 2 stars. In terms of combat strength, there were also some laws and domain realm restrictions. But Lin Xian moved through these people's roosters with ease. His speed was extremely fast. Some people wanted to catch sight of Lin Xian and attack him. Unfortunately, they could not catch sight of him at all. Damn it! His speed is so fast. Those people gritted their teeth. In the world of martial arts, only speed was invincible. This was indeed true. Ice Seal. Then, one by one, they fell under Lin Xian's hands. Did you see that? This Lin Xian seems to be playing house with these geniuses. There is an absolute difference in strength between them. This gap is quite big. They are at the same level, or rather, the difference in their realms is not that big. Why is there such a huge difference in combat strength? The most important thing is that he is not facing a group of ordinary warriors. They are all geniuses. Although they may not be the top geniuses in the world, they are definitely not ordinary. Are their special abilities useless against Lin Xian? Myriad Lightning Heavenly Prison. Sizzle, Lin Xian stood there and gathered an extremely strong lightning attribute energy. You finally stopped. Seeing that Lin Xian had stopped, those people's eyes narrowed. Lin Xian's speed was so fast that it was difficult to catch sight of him. Some people's powerful abilities had very little effect on Lin Xian. Or rather, they would be able to break free in an instant. But now, he had actually stopped and even used a big move on them. Was he trying to compete with more than 100 of them in terms of strength alone? Then, the 110 people gathered together a powerful force. Although some of them were only at the domain realm and heavenly venerate realm, that didn't stop them from contributing to the alliance. He wants to use his own strength to fight more than 100 people? How is this possible? These 100 or so people are not ordinary warriors. Their realms are not low either. There are even a few who are close to or even at the same realm as him. Why does he dare to do this? Everyone was puzzled. How arrogant. The captain of the Hidden Dragon Army's second team was a man around 28 or 29 years old. Actually, one could feel that he was very strong. 28 or 29 years old was only a few years older than some of the Hidden Dragon Army members, but he had become their captain. He had heard of Lin Xian's name and felt that he was a respectable opponent. However, he could not accept that a 9th-level Great Void Stage cultivator was going to compete with more than 100 Hidden Dragon Army geniuses. Would Lin Xian be able to win? Of course, it would be a little difficult. However, this was also because Lin Xian had not used his full strength. Although Lin Xian was much stronger than them, Lin Xian's improvement was nothing more than his ability to create laws and double his strength. This could not compare to more than 100 people. Law of creation, double strength. Boom! The two terrifying forces collided together, and a terrifying shockwave hit everyone. He doesn't have a backup plan? When they saw this scene, they were secretly shocked. This was because they realized that the strength released by Lin Xian could actually compete with the strength released by more than 100 people. Logically speaking, he should have been instantly devoured and crushed, but he still managed to resist. Unfortunately, it's useless no matter what. Click. At this moment, the crisp sound of a lighter came from behind them. Lin Xian was leaning against the wall with his head lowered as he lit a cigarette. What? It was only then that everyone noticed Lin Xian, who had appeared out of nowhere in that place. He still had the mood to light a cigarette? No, on what basis? Yes, it was true that this move had shocked every single one of them. They had to admit that, at least in terms of the power of this move, none of them could contend against it. However, you couldn't win either. Actually, in terms of standpoint, these kids have already lost. The High Family Patriarch said. Yes, that's right. There are more than 100 people, and many of them are experts of the same level or even the same level. In such a situation, Lin Xian only showed a trace of weakness. In fact, they have already lost by fighting 100 against 1. But now, what is this Lin Xian doing? Qingyu pointed at Lin Xian and said, You're bragging, but you can't brag anymore? Lin Xian laughed and said, Can't brag anymore? No, 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 no. Look. What? Those people lowered their heads to take a look. Hiss. More than 100 people, and a shadow cage appeared under each of them. Their pupils shrank. Whoosh. In the next instant, all the shadow cages grew and enveloped them. When did he secretly condense the shadow cages? We didn't even notice? No. The most shocking thing is that he can actually use the power of the dark attribute to the maximum during the day. That's not the most shocking thing. There are more than one person who can do this. The most shocking thing is that he condensed a shadow cage under each of them. He can only do it when he's using a big move. It's fine if it's done quietly, but to do it in such a short time, isn't it a bit unimaginable? This is Lin Xian. It had to be said that this move had shocked many people. Can you do it? Han Chuxue glanced at Ling Ying. Me? I can't do it even if I die. More than 100 shadow cages, and to release them in such a short time, I can only do half of it at most. Ling Ying shook his head and said, You. Despicable. You're actually playing dirty. Lin Xian couldn't help but laugh. Despicable? This is called all's fair in war. Moreover, in a battle of life and death, if you're attacked like this, can you point at him and say he's despicable and ask him to do it again? Hearing Lin Xian's words, those people were speechless. Murong Feng smiled. This brat came up and gave them a lesson. Chapter 1703. Ignoring everything else, Lin Xian's current performance was enough to satisfy the Holy Temple. The Hidden Dragon Army's fourth team was both convinced and unconvinced. They had lost helplessly. They felt that even though they had yet to use their skills, they had indeed lost. Lin Xian snapped his fingers and removed the shadow cage. Clap, clap, clap. At this moment, some people applauded for Lin Xian. What a beautiful battle! The man smiled and walked over. He extended his hand to Lin Xian, Hidden Dragon Army's second team's captain, Tianheng. Nice to meet you. Lin Xian glanced at him and shook his hand. Nice to meet you. I look forward to the battle between our two teams in half a month. Of course, I look forward to the battle with you even more. Lin Xian smiled. There will be a chance. This person was quite powerful. He actually had a heavenly Dao realm cultivation. Holy shit! Lin Xian was alarmed. He looked to be in his late 20s or early 30s. Heavenly Dao realm. He should represent the peak existence of this generation, right? In any case, Lin Xian was truly impressed. However, they should be faster. They should reach the Heavenly Dao realm in the next few years. They were not inferior to him. It was just that he was born a few years earlier. Lin Xian then looked at Murong Feng and said, Uncle Murong, from now on, the fourth team will be left to me? Murong Feng nodded. That's right. I'll leave it to you. From now on, the fourth team's expenses, spiritual artifacts, consumables, etc. can be collected from the Holy Temple at any time. This is your captain token. Murong Feng then threw a token to Lin Xian. Lin Xian reached out and caught it. All right. Lin Xian then grinned and looked at the hidden dragon army's 100 over people. Brothers and sisters, I know that some of you are unconvinced. If you are, you can challenge me at any time. However, there are more important matters now. The Holy Temple's master just said that the Holy Temple will bear all expenses for the next half a month. What are you waiting for? The best 5-star hotel in Tiandu will be our dormitory from now on. Let's go have a big meal and get to know each other. After the meal, the guys can go to the spa with me. As for the girls, they can go to the beauty salon or something. The Holy Temple will pay for it too. Lin Xian's words caused everyone to freeze on the spot. They were really stunned. This? Bro, are you serious? They didn't lack money, but what they lacked was a comfortable environment for such strict training. Look at the Holy Temple's temple. To rent a 5-star hotel as their dormitory? Lin Xian's words instantly made these people's impression of Lin Xian soar. Also, what spa? Was it proper for a man to go to a spa? Hiss, having a girlfriend was one thing, but a spa was a spa. The service was different. One was for you, the other was for others to service you. Hiss, what are you waiting for? Let's go. Lin Xian said. Hey, I'm coming. Brother Xian, I didn't want to make a move on you before. I'm just a sky venerable. I know that it's useless. Me too. Me too. Everyone? Are you going to do anything? Ling Ying looked at Han Chuxue and said. Han Chuxue. She couldn't do anything. Bastard. I'm so angry. Ling Ying couldn't help but stomp his feet. Murong family head, you see. The other Holy Temple's experts were all stunned. Murong Feng couldn't help but laugh. This kid, then he said, no matter what, let them be for the next half a month, even if it seems like they're messing around, we'll see the results in half a month. Don't forget, the reason why Lin Xian is so powerful is not only because of his own strength, but also because of his way of thinking that completely surpasses others. Perhaps he has his own intentions. Don't worry about it. Okay. Under the envious gazes of others, Lin Xian made a call. Hey, book me 30 Rolls-Royces. Pick us up at the Holy Temple's entrance and take us to Qianfu Hotel. What? Qianfu Hotel is only a few hundred meters away from the Holy Temple's entrance? Then pick us up too. We don't lack money. Everyone? What the F*******. Not long after, under everyone's envious gazes, more than 100 people got into dozens of Rolls-Royces and drove away. These people didn't lack money, but they wanted to be different from others. Tell me, didn't Lin Xian's method make them look special? Was there something different? That wasn't the main point. The main point was that in front of so many big shots, they were openly giving special treatment. This feeling of superiority in their hearts was indescribable. Everyone, get ready for training. Tian Heng said. However, he sneered in his heart. Now that you're openly giving special treatment, what about their training? Let's see how you'll deal with it in half a month. You're glorious now, but half a month later, when you embarrass yourself in front of everyone, will you still be glorious? However, he didn't notice, and many others didn't notice, that their team members were envious. Even if they knew that their team members were envious, they didn't think much of it. In fact, it had a lot to do with it. They had booked Qianfu Hotel for half a month and spent a lot of money. It didn't matter, they didn't lack money anyway. More than 100 people were in the hall. There were all kinds of delicious food and good wine. Everyone ate happily. Ling Ying, Han Chuxue, and Murong Yu also came. They wanted to see what Lin Xian was up to. No. In fact, they wanted to see if this guy was really going to go to a spa. Young Master Yu, I think this Lin Xian is really good. At least a young man like him will be able to understand us better, right? Qing Yu chimed in, that's not important. What's important is that he is indeed very powerful. Everyone says that this Lin Xian is not simple. I won't talk about his combat strength, but he brought us here and used a 5-star hotel as his dormitory. This isn't something an ordinary person can do. I really want to see what he's up to. I hope that he's a capable person, and I hope that he has the ability to subdue us." In any case, in his heart, he admitted that he was inferior to him. However, whether he was qualified to lead more than 100 people was another concept. "But I heard that they're all Lin Xian's girlfriends, but Morong Yu doesn't seem to be one." They looked at the three beauties. "Even if they're not, it's still amazing, okay? She was once my goddess." Sigh, comparisons are odious. "Let's not talk about this. Let's eat first and see what he's going to do next." Lin Xian toasted them table by table. Everyone was very happy and clinked their glasses with Lin Xian. Chapter 1704. Murong Yu, Ling Ying, and Han Chuxue sat alone on one side. "Why is he doing this?" Ling Ying asked while eating lobster noodles. Obviously, although in their eyes, Lin Xian was a shameless bastard, he was not the kind of person who did not strive for improvement. Although sometimes the way he did things was really confusing, he always had his reasons. This was why others felt that Lin Xian did things unconventionally but always had a miraculous effect. It should be to build a good relationship with them. Han Chuxue said. "Well, I think so too." Morong Yu nodded. "Build a good relationship? What's the point of building a good relationship? Does he think that he can make these people submit to him like this? Even if they submit to him and build a good relationship with him, how can he train them better? Is there any relationship between the two? I don't know." What was Lin Xian going to do? Build a good relationship. Who said that the leader and the team members must be strict? Yes, that was indeed the case. Because only by being strict could they lead them, make them obey, and prevent accidents from happening. However, Lin Xian preferred another way. He could be strict, but he did not want to be strict all the time. He wanted to let everyone accept something in a relaxed way and cooperate to fight. Lin Xian wanted them to fight willingly and tacitly, rather than force them to cooperate to achieve something. That would be completely different. After a while, everyone. Lin Xian shouted at this time. Everyone looked at him. "We're almost done eating. Let's go. The men will go to the spa with me. The girls will also go to the beauty salon and go shopping. At 8 o'clock after dark, all of us will gather in the West Wind suburb outside Tiandu." Lin Xian said. "Okay. Let's go." Lin Xian then looked at Morong Yu and the others and said, "Do you want to come with us? Since we have nothing to do, let's go together. Then you can go with those girls." After dark, Lin Xian and the other men were all hugging each other as they walked unsteadily. "Captain Tiske, that technician of mine, oh my god, his skills are too good. I almost F*King finished it. F*CK. My technique is the best. I've had more than 10 girlfriends. My technique only lasted for 10 seconds, and I almost F*King felt like it was over. Hiss. Tisk, none of you can do it. My girl just turned 18 and is still in school. She looks so F*King innocent and has 2 ponytails." Those people discussed animatedly. For men, how could they get familiar with each other in the shortest time possible and have common topics to talk about? Just a trip to a place like this was enough. "Older brother Xian, where are you?" "Your car." Someone ran over and asked with a smile. "Oh, mine." The boss's wife went up personally. F*CK. Is she the lady boss we saw before? My goodness, although this lady boss isn't as pretty as those people, she's not bad either, especially that kind of charm. Damn. Older brother Xian, you're not kind. Lin Xian smiled and said, "I'll invite you guys over when I'm free. Anyway, for the next half a month, our expenses will be covered by the Holy Temple. If you guys perform well, we'll go over and relax when we return." "Alright." Shameless. In the dark, Ling Ying leaned against the wall and listened to their conversation. He was so angry that he wanted to die. Bastard. Is this a man? Disgusting. To be honest, To think of this method to strengthen the cohesion and feelings between the members, other than him, there is no one else. Morong Yu shook her head helplessly. But this bastard went there himself. He's so shameless. I think he already thought about it, so he took this opportunity to try it out. How is he so clear about it? Did he go to a city and find a place like this? The more Ling Ying thought about it, the angrier he got. He might not have really gone there. Han Chushue said. After all, he had so many beautiful girlfriends. If he only had one beautiful girlfriend, then he might still like wildflowers and want to try it out. But with so many beautiful girlfriends, he really wouldn't go that far. Shameless. Anyway, he's just shameless. He must have been there. It's such a secretive place, and he knows about the industry. How shameless. Ling Ying was extremely unhappy. Everyone gathered together. Everyone, give me the expense reports. When the time comes, I'll hand them over to the temple for reimbursement. Boss is mighty. A few girls shouted happily. They didn't like to take advantage of such a small thing. They didn't lack money, but this kind of feeling was different. F***CK. Who bought a 200,000 necklace? Lin Xian opened his mouth. F***CK? You spent 397,000 for a meal? Lin Xian looked at them. I say, sisters, let's spend less. Otherwise, I'll be too embarrassed to report it. Lin Xian scratched his head and said, Then let's go. Lin Xian shook his head. That's not necessary. Just be a little more careful later. You still have to spend. Boss is mighty. Brother Xian, what are we doing here? A person asked. Obviously, we're going to the Beast Domain. Qingyu said. Lin Xian nodded. That's right, we'll go directly to the Beast Domain tonight. The Beast Domain was a place that they couldn't be more familiar with. All of them were in the Domain Realm, Empyrean Realm, and Absolute Realm. How could they not be familiar with the Beast Domain? We're going to the Beast Domain to train? For their training, the experience in the demonic Beast Domain was indispensable. This was actual combat training. Lin Xian nodded. I'll explain the rules next. Lin Xian glanced at everyone and said, a total of 110 people. I'll divide you into 10 groups. Each group has 11 people, 1 captain, 1 vice-captain. Next, all of you will enter the poisonous rainforest for 3 days. In these 3 days, I need each of you to kill 3 absolute realm beasts. That shouldn't be difficult, right? They looked at each other. Captain, absolute realm beasts are very strong. Although our realms aren't weak, but we still have our domains. Empyreans are still very dangerous. Lin Xian continued, therefore, this is the second thing that each team needs to do. It doesn't matter if you are injured, I need each and every one of you to come out alive. I need each of your captains and vice-captains to protect themselves and the other members who might be of lower realms. I hope that when all of you come out, each team will have 11 people who can walk out alive. At the same time, I will be in a team with the 3 of them and we will compete. Chapter 1705. All of them looked at each other. Captain, you want to compete with us? Lin Xian nodded. Yes, each of us will be in a team. Believe it or not, the demon crystals of the great virtual realm and heavenly venerable realm demonic beasts in our hands will be much more than any of your teams combined in 3 days. Of course not. After all, we are not useless. Yes, even if each of us has to bring a few domain realm and heavenly venerable team members, they are still very strong. They are not weak. Lin Xian smiled. Then let's compete. Okay. Let's compete. Lin Xian took out some beads and threw them to them. These are space-jumping beads that I created myself. Each of you take one and use it when you are in danger. I don't care what you do, the most important thing is to protect yourself and your teammates. Yes. Understood. Then, I will now form a team for you. Qingyu. Qingyu walked out. You are the captain of the first team. Your team members are Lin Xian took out a list and read out the names of 10 people. I hope you can shoulder the responsibility of a captain and protect them well. Yes. The second pair, Ling Ying, Han Chuxue, and Murong Yu stood behind him. He did this to cultivate the tacit understanding between the team members. Han Chuxue nodded. With more than 100 people in a team, the tacit understanding is not something that can be developed in a short period of time. So, he simply divided the original team into 10, and let each team work together to develop tacit understanding. Then, he let the 10 teams work together to develop tacit understanding. This way, it's much easier. Is this Lin Xian? They were in disbelief. Although they saw Lin Xian's method and understood Lin Xian's intention, to be honest, none of them had thought of this before. Even if there were so many teams and so many forces, how could they not think of this training method? The most important thing in a team was tacit understanding. Strength could be made up by cooperation and tacit understanding. Moreover, he made so many people captain and vice-captain. This will turn them from team members into responsible captains. In this way, whether it's for the integration of the team or their personal improvement, it's very big, whether it's in terms of combat power or mentality. At the same time, in the next few days, they will feel that it's not easy to be a captain. Is this Lin Xian so smart? He can even think of this? Murong Yu frowned. Just these 2 moves, he seems to have the meticulous mind of a commander. But to be a commander, it is not enough to be meticulous. He must have an absolute view of the overall situation and sufficient knowledge of the military. Han Chuxue said. In fact, my father has always hoped that Lin Xian can become a real commander. My father very much hopes that in the future, he can hand over a large number of teams to Lin Xian and let him lead them to fight against the monster race. Therefore, whether it is this time or a future opportunity, my father wants to let Lin Xian show his talent in this area, or to see if he has the talent in this area. Murong Yu said. He probably doesn't like it. Ling Ying said. Yes, even if he participates in the battle, he wants to do something in his own way with his simple team. He doesn't like to lead millions of troops to battle. Han Chuxue said. Maybe it will change. Lin Xian said, okay, it's 9 o'clock now. 3 days later, I need all of you to come here and complete the mission. I will give you a reward. Let's go and show off in front of those people. Also, although you are in 10 teams, there are still many dangers in this poisonous rainforest. You'd better keep in touch with each other. If you need help, help each other. Yes. Let's go. Then, those people rushed forward one after another. Lin Xian stretched, looked at the 3 beautiful girls behind him, and said, then let's go in together. This poisonous rainforest is very dangerous. You let them go in like this, and there are even domain realm experts. What if something happens? Ling Ying said. Lin Xian shrugged and said, it is dangerous, and I have heard about it. But none of them suggested retreating or worrying about the dangers here. I have to believe them. You are indeed a little too hardworking. The other 3 teams haven't undergone this level of training yet. You don't even know some of their abilities and directly start. It is a little reckless. Murong Yu said. As top warriors and geniuses, if they don't crawl out of the ruins, are they going to be carried out by others? Let's go. We haven't fought side by side in a long time. I heard that there are a few poison sovereigns in this poisonous rainforest. Let's see if we can find them. Hey, I heard that there are heavenly Dao realm poison sovereigns in this poisonous rainforest. Are you sure? Although you've planned that area for them, what if? Lin Xian said, such heavenly Dao realm experts don't come out all year round. There's nothing we can do if we really encounter one. However, I gave them life-saving beads. It's fine. Let's go. Treat it as training. Okay, let's go. What? Team 4 went to the poisonous forest? The news quickly reached the ears of some of the people in the divine temple. Crazy. Is he crazy? Not only did they go to the poisonous forest, that Lin Xian even split them into 10 teams and made them move alone. Does he think they aren't lucky enough? Some people were so angry that they were trembling. One had to know that these people were more or less the children of large family clans. If something happened to them, they would be held responsible. If it was a normal operation, there was nothing they could do. However, they were being led by a brat. If something happened, they would be held responsible. Morong Fong drank a mouthful of tea and nodded in satisfaction. He's indeed a genius. To think that he could think of such a method to break in such a short period of time. Patriarch Morong, what do you mean? Morong Fong smiled and said, "It's nothing. Don't worry. This Lin Xian has the spatial attribute. At the very least, he will give them a life-saving method. Since we've handed it to him, we should trust him. Sai, if something happens, we'll be in trouble." When the other 4 teams heard this news, they could not help but laugh. "What an idiot!" Tian Hang sneered. "Captain, they're courting death. Even if we went to the poisonous rainforest, we would have to hold on tightly." They actually split into 10 teams. A great virtual realm expert has to bring along domain realm and lore realm experts who are a burden to him. They're simply courting death. They think that weight training will be effective. In fact, they're courting death. Let's see how many of them come out alive. Chapter 1706. Time slowly passed. It had been a long time since Lin Xian came here to face a powerful demon beast. Over the past few days, Lin Xian had killed quite a number of demon beasts here. He didn't dare to go any deeper because this place was indeed very dangerous. There were even demon beasts at the heavenly Dao realm. Lin Xian didn't dare to provoke demon beasts at this level. 3 days passed just like that. Lin Xian was definitely fine. He arrived at the agreed location. When he arrived, 3 teams had already arrived early. "Captain! Brother Xian!" When they saw Lin Xian, they all shouted. Lin Xian nodded in satisfaction. They were more or less injured, but it was negligible. It was fine as long as they were fine. "Captain, we didn't complete the mission. We didn't encounter 3 great void stage demon beasts. We only encountered 2 and there wasn't enough time, so we quickly returned. If we could encounter 3, we would definitely be able to complete the mission and take them down," that person said to Lin Xian before taking out a pile of demon crystals. Lin Xian nodded and took it. "Is there anyone with more serious injuries?" "Reporting, our injuries are considered minor." "Alright, that's fine. Brother Xian, we're back." Another team ran out. Lin Xian looked over. "Sure." They walked over and looked at the others smugly. "What's wrong? Looking at your depressed looks, did you not complete the mission?" "Ha ha ha, sorry, our team completed the mission. You have no right to enjoy the services of a technician. F***ku. Don't be so smug. You were just lucky. Do you think we didn't have the ability to complete the mission? We searched for an entire day and didn't find a 3rd great void stage demon beast. In order to return within the stipulated time, we didn't complete it. If we were lucky, we would have completed it long ago. TCH, that's because we didn't complete it. How can there be so many ifs?" "Hey, Zhang Ran, did your team complete the mission?" "Of course." Another team of 11 people walked over. Soon, the 9th team came over one after another. "Time's up. There's still one team that hasn't arrived." Lin Xian looked at the time and frowned. "It's Qingyu's team. That's strange. Could something have happened? Qingyu's team is very strong, especially Qingyu himself. He should be fine, right?" "Of course not. Since we're all fine, Qingyu should be fine too." About half an hour later. Whoosh! A few figures rushed out, and one of them carried a figure in his arms. "Hey, what's going on?" Those people were shocked and hurriedly ran over. "Older brother Xian, we met a few very powerful demonic beasts. That demonic beast has the power of space. We already used the space pearl to escape, but it still caught up to us. Captain covered us and was heavily injured. His aura is getting more and more." One of them had red eyes. They didn't have much feelings for each other, but because of the 3 days they spent together and the fact that Qingyu made them run away while he was seriously injured, they all felt guilty. Lin Xian hurriedly ran over to check. Law of Creation. Shua. Lin Xian released the powerful law of creation, and an endless stream of life force flowed into his body. Give this to him. Lin Xian took out a pill. Ah, okay. Then a girl took the pill and gave it to Qingyu. Shua. Some silver needles appeared in Lin Xian's hand and began to treat his acupoints. Wood and water attribute healing together, don't stop. Lin Xian hurriedly said. Yes. Law of creation. About half an hour later. Cough cough. Qingyu coughed and opened his eyes. Phew. Lin Xian also let out a long sigh of relief. It didn't matter if a person died, but if it was because of him, Lin Xian would still feel guilty. Moreover, Lin Xian also knew what would happen if he died. Fortunately, he had the law of creation and a relatively top-grade pill. In a very serious and even near-death situation, he was forcefully pulled back. The main thing was that Lin Xian's realm was enough, so the law of creation was still very effective. Captain, you're finally awake. His team hurriedly ran over and surrounded Qingyu. Qingyu coughed and stood up while holding his chest. His condition didn't look good, but compared to before, it could even be said that he was completely fine now. Thank you for coming to save me, Qingyu said to his team members. It was Captain who saved us, it was Big Brother Xian who saved Captain. Qingyu looked at Lin Xian and cupped his fist. It's fine, it's because of me that you guys were in danger. No, it's my fault that we encountered danger. In order to complete the mission better, I brought them to a deeper location and encountered a stronger demon beast. Qingyu said. Captain, that's something that all of us agreed to. If you want to talk about whose fault it is, then it's all of our fault. Lin Xian said, don't do it again. Yes, sir. Just these 3 days of change, those words between them, some actions, Lin Xian felt that it was worth it. All right. Go back to the hotel and rest for a day. I'll take you guys to have fun. Qingyu, I'll treat you when we get back. Yes, sir. The group of them returned safely. This news was also received by the others. Everyone let out a long sigh of relief. Fortunately, nothing happened. When the other 3 teams heard this news, they were all unhappy. Why? It was clearly such a dangerous place, yet they were separated into 10 teams. How could no one have gotten into trouble? Damn it! 1 day later, the entire 4th team had also recovered in a very good state. Big Brother Xian, what are we doing today? That's right, Big Brother Xian. What's the content of our training today? Lin Xian said, today, we'll go to a spa first, then we'll book a gaming room and play games. F***CK. Hearing Lin Xian's words, everyone revealed a pleasantly surprised expression. But Big Brother Xian, if we do this, then when the time comes, will the competition with the other 3 teams? Lin Xian smiled and said, it's fine, I have my own ideas. Today, we'll play customization and competition mode. Whoever is at the bottom will treat us to a meal today. TSK, it has to be them. F***CK. You're so arrogant. Come and taste this daddy's Yasuo. F***CK. If you're not convinced, then let's fight. Trash. Lin Xian then looked at the girls and said, girls, let's play games together. Ling Ying, Han Chuxue, and Morong Yu looked at each other. What is this Lin Xian trying to do? Right now, they really didn't know what Lin Xian was thinking. Chapter 1707. Everyone else was training with their lives on the line, but this guy went to the clubhouse and the internet cafe. Indeed, the previous 3 days were very difficult, but the training of the others wasn't just warming up in the Holy Palace, they were also training in actual combat. But why did Lin Xian bring them to play games? Because playing games could cultivate their relationship. For Lin Xian, what he valued the most was the tacit understanding, mutual trust, and willingness to sacrifice. This was very important in a team. They were a group of people who couldn't even be considered friends. There were more than 100 people, and they only had a good relationship with a few of them. As for the others, they only had a short conversation when they met. How could such a team fight better? Therefore, when they were fighting, they were willing to help each other, and even help some people block stronger forces. This was the most important thing. Only this could be called a team. In terms of combat power, each of their teams were about the same. It was impossible to pull apart the gap in combat power in half a month. Therefore, Lin Xian was smart. He chose to let these people cultivate a relationship with each other in this month. At the very least, they were friends. Say, if it's just doing something with colleagues or with a group of friends, can colleagues be better than friends in all aspects? This was what Lin Xian wanted to do. What? This Lin Xian brought them to the clubhouse and the internet cafe? What is he trying to do? When the people in the Holy Palace heard this news, they were so angry that they wanted to die. Master Morong, this Lin Xian is simply too willful. We have a good impression of him, but this can't be a reason for him to be impudent. Morong Fong drank a mouthful of tea and said, "No matter what he does, at least it didn't cause any consequences or influence. It's only half a month. Everyone can wait for half a month to see the results. As for the rest, Lin Xian is the captain of the 4th team. Now, at least for half a month, he has the right to do anything that is not illegal. He has the right to manage the 4th team in any way he wants. To be honest, this old man is looking forward to what this brat is doing. This game is really incomprehensible." An old man said. "Maybe he's just relaxing. After all, they just came out of the poisonous rainforest and killed a lot of virtuous realm monsters. It's too risky. Let's wait for half a month." Half a month later, Lin Xian and the others gathered in the Holy Palace once again. Other than Lin Xian's team, there were 3 other teams of the Hidden Dragon Army. It was obvious that they didn't improve much. Even the Hidden Army team led by Lin Xian didn't seem to improve. After all, it was only half a month. How much could he improve? He wouldn't be able to improve anything. Perhaps a few of them would be lucky enough to advance a little, but this was not a big deal. Many of the temple's experts had arrived. In the past 2 weeks, they were quite clear about what Lin Xian had been doing with the Hidden Dragon Army. They had been to the club, to the internet cafe, to golf, and to the territory of demonic beasts twice. What about the other teams? Other than resting, they spent all their time training in the demon territory. It was obvious which team improved more, right? The 4th team of the Hidden Dragon Army was weaker than the other 3 teams. Now, they would definitely be ranked last. However, there were some people who were looking forward to it. It was said that Lin Xian was a genius. Did he have his own thoughts and reasons for everything he did? There were some reasons that they didn't understand. They could only use actual combat to tell them whether they were right or wrong. Lin Xian and the other 3 captains walked forward. After half a month of special training, today is the time to check the results. Half a month isn't long, but it isn't short either. It's enough to improve a little. Especially under the training of the 4 captains, I believe that everyone has improved a lot. Next, the captains of the 4 teams will draw lots. The 4 teams will compete in 3 rounds. The winner of the first 2 rounds will compete in the final round. The location of the competition will be in the simulation chamber. This simulation pod is similar to the one used in the grand competition of the Kangwu Divine College. It's similar to a virtual online game. It will simulate a scene. Everyone will lie in the virtual pod and enter that scene. In that scene, you will have the cultivation base and all your methods in the real world. There was only one advantage to this. Even if you killed someone, it wouldn't matter. Only your consciousness would die. It was equivalent to simulating a real life and death battle. It was very useful. It was much more useful than a martial arts competition. In a martial arts competition, you would have to worry about getting injured. But in this simulation, you could fight with your life on the line. Give it your all. Now, the 4 captains will draw lots. The 2 teams with the same number will be your opponents. The 4 teams will compete in 2 scenes at the same time. Murong Feng said. Lin Xian grabbed it and took a look. Number 1. Then, the 2 teams with number 1 will head to the left and lie down in an orderly manner. Number 2 will head to the right. In 5 minutes, the simulation will begin. Lin Xian walked towards Qingyu and company and said, "Just fight normally." "Don't worry, Captain. Yeah, all the best." Then, they walked over one after another. And their opponents were the team of the Heavenly Dao Realm expert that Lin Xian had previously challenged. It was obvious that everyone in this team was disdainful. What sort of hellish training did they undergo in the past half a month? What sort of game did this bunch of people have? They were weaker than them, so what were they worried about? Thrashing. The 4 teams entered 2 scenes at the same time. Whoosh, Lin Xian's team and the first team's scene were plains. Simply put, they fought as soon as they met. Everyone outside was looking at the 2 large screens. And without a doubt, what piqued their curiosity the most was the performance of Lin Xian's team. Now begin. After the order was given, the 4 teams began 2 team battles at the same time. In the beginning, no one could tell anything. It was only when Lin Xian's team gradually turned from a small disadvantage into an even advantage that everyone was in disbelief when they saw this scene unfold. This? Why? These people could not understand. Let's take a look at their realms. Then, they looked at their realms in the data. The overall quality of the 4th team's realms is about 0.5% lower than the first team's, so they were at a disadvantage at the beginning. But in just 10 minutes, they were at an even disadvantage. Now, after 20 minutes, they have a slight advantage. But why can't I figure out how they managed to turn the situation around? That's right. What's the reason? You said that a certain person's ability is especially advantageous in a team battle, but both sides are about the same. Furthermore, from our omniscient view, the effects achieved are not that good. Why? Chapter 1708. Everyone felt that it was very strange. Why? Team 4 was clearly weaker than their opponents, but now they had the advantage. Most importantly, they couldn't see why they were able to gain the upper hand. The Heavenly Dao Realm expert frowned. Not good. If they continued fighting like this, they might lose. If they were to lose to Team 4, it would be a huge loss of face. They had high-intensity training every day, and they were guided by a Heavenly Dao Realm expert, so he was very confident. As for their opponents, going to a club, booking a hotel, going to an internet cafe, was this something humans did? Apart from not going to the toxic rainforest, what was the difference? They couldn't figure it out. Did you notice? Team 4's cooperation seems to be much better than Team 1's. The High Family Head said after noticing something. Now that you mention it, it does seem to be the case. No, it's not cooperation, it can't be said to be cooperation. Every one of them is supporting and helping each other. They help each other very well. That's right. This is also something that this old man discovered. The members of the first team are a bit messy when they fight. As for the members of the 4th team, you can't say that their coordination is very good. In fact, there isn't much coordination between them. However, the mutual assistance between the members of the 4th team has greatly increased their combat strength. At the same time, it also reduces the pressure on everyone. This is indeed strange. Whether it is the first team or the 4th team, in fact, the situation in each team is the same. They are all young and energetic geniuses. Of course, cooperation is necessary, but the concern shown between each other is not like a group of members who have just met, but more like a group of friends who have gathered together. They had also gradually discovered this point. BMO, Zhongying, help me block. I'll attack. Team 4's Qingyu shouted. All right. So, this was what they heard. Did you hear that? Team 4 is communicating with each other, and this communication is consensual. Yes. This is the difference. Look at Team 1, they are in the same situation. They are chasing each other, not giving way to each other. Everyone wants to show off. This is the difference. But it's strange. Why is Team 4 able to do it? I'm not too sure about that. Time passed slowly. This battle lasted for more than an hour. In the end, the 4 teams won. Although a lot of time had passed, the final result was a little overwhelming. In the virtual interface, Team 1 was completely wiped out, and Team 4 still had more than half of their members left. The difference was a little too big. When everyone saw this result, they found it hard to accept. Team 4 was originally slightly weaker, so why did they still win in such a crushing manner? Lin Xian's lips curled up slightly. Captain. Qingyu and the others smiled as they ran to Lin Xian. Well done. I'll treat you tonight. What if we win later? Lin Xian smiled. Name your conditions. All right. Tianheng frowned as he watched the battle. Instead, he didn't even pay attention to his own team's battle. He really won. It was too unbelievable. Murong Feng walked to Lin Xian's side and patted Lin Xian's shoulder. He smiled and said, "You really didn't disappoint me." Lin Xian scratched his head and said, "It has nothing to do with me. They were the ones who did well." The members of Team 1 also walked over in a depressed mood. The Heavenly Tao Realm expert walked over and said, "After seeing such a battle today, this old man is very impressed. Everyone, you're too polite. I really didn't do anything." Lin Xian knew that these people were unconvinced. They were just flattering him. Tianheng also walked over and said, "Ha ha ha, it was really exciting. Your team too. Then, let's compete again." On the other side, Tianheng's Team 2 won. "All right. Everyone, go prepare." "All right." Then, Team 2 and Team 4 began fighting again. Take a good look at their performance. Then, summarize the reason for your loss for this sovereign. The Heavenly Tao Realm Old Man said to Team 1. Those people lowered their heads in shame. An hour later, everyone stared dumbfoundedly at Team 4 who was about to win the battle again. Team 4 actually became the strongest among the 4 teams? How did they do it? How did they do it? Tianheng frowned. He lost. But why? Normally, even if he lost, he could accept it. After all, Team 1 lost. However, on second thought, what was Team 4 doing before this? They went to the clubhouse, stayed in the hotel, and played games online. What were they doing? They were training, battling, and simulating. Instead, they were unable to defeat Team 4. This was unacceptable. Looks like Team 4 is going to win again, Tian family's family head said. That's right. It's really unbelievable. In just half a month, Team 4 actually improved so much in terms of team battles. They might not have good results in individual battles, but in terms of team battles, they actually crushed the others. Murong Feng looked at Lin Xian and said, Lin Xian, can you tell us how you made Team 4 undergo such a qualitative change in the past half a month? That's right. It's too shocking. At first, I didn't understand why family head Murong would do such a thing. But now, after seeing the outcome, to be honest, I can't help but be impressed. This is very important to the development of our holy sanctum and even the entire human race. Little brother Lin, share with us your insights. To be honest, they were really impressed. At first, many people said that Lin Xian was a genius, but even more people thought that it was just a gimmick and scoffed at it. He was indeed not simple, but if you asked him to do such a thing, how could he possibly do it? But now, reality slapped them in the face. Lin Xian smiled and said, Actually, I really didn't do anything. Little brother Lin, don't be humble. Tell us, let us learn from you. That's right. Little brother Lin clearly brought them to eat, drink, and play. How did you make them stronger? Could it be that by having fun, living comfortably, and living a comfortable life, you can make them stronger? Lin Xian smiled and said, Actually, my idea is very simple. I believe everyone can see it. To improve their strength in half a month, I can't do it. To train them to cooperate with each other, I can't do it. They are all proud geniuses. To be honest, it's already difficult for them to obey me. That's right. This is also something that this old man can't do. This old man also knows that a team needs a tacit understanding, but to train more than 100 people, that's easier said than done. That Tian Dao said. Chapter 1709. Forget about 100 people, even a few people would find it difficult to cultivate tacit understanding. Lin Xian, actually, I didn't cultivate their tacit understanding. In fact, there isn't any tacit understanding between them. I can see that tacit understanding isn't so easy to cultivate. Lin Xian nodded. Yes, that's why I'm thinking that every single one of them isn't bad and they aren't bad compared to the other teams either. Their overall combat strength is actually about the same. What I'm thinking about is how to let them unleash even greater combat strength on this basis and let them unleash their full potential. So, little brother Lin, what do you mean by bringing them to the club and internet cafe? Lin Xian smiled and said, actually, in my humble opinion, it's very easy for men to develop feelings for each other by going to such places to play games and curse. Smoking, playing games, cursing teammates, and reminiscing about it after the fight, it's actually very relaxing. Then, Lin Xian continued, they only know each other, so I want to let them become friends on the basis of knowing each other. Everyone, in one team, everyone is colleagues, and in the other team, everyone is friends. Between these two teams, which one is stronger and which one is weaker? Hearing Lin Xian's words, those powerhouses suddenly understood. I understand. Between colleagues and friends, even if there is scheming against each other, at least there are many things where both sides are willing. Lin Xian nodded. That's right. That's why they are willing to support others. They are willing to fight for others. They are willing to see others in danger and step forward to help block it. A few people are nothing, but if 100 people can do this, then in a team battle, even if they don't have tacit understanding and teamwork, the effect achieved as a whole is enough. Hiss. Someone sucked in a breath of cold air. Ha 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 ha. Murong Feng laughed loudly and patted Lin Xian's shoulder. Good boy, you really didn't disappoint me. Indeed, he's not simple. He doesn't play by the rules. No, it's not that he doesn't play by the rules. It's just that this little brother Yi thought of things that we guys don't. This is what young people are like. Ha ha ha, young people might not be able to do this. I have to say that the outside world's evaluation of you as a genius is indeed correct. Lin Xian rubbed the tip of his nose and said, there's no such thing as a genius. Actually, it's very easy to think about it. It's very easy, but why can't so many people think of it? Why are you the only one who thought of it? Lin Xian scratched his head. That's because he is thick-skinned. Ling Ying mumbled. However, they had to admit that they were very proud of Lin Xian after hearing these people's evaluation of Lin Xian. But to be honest, won't this method cause some adverse effects on these team members? Tianheng muttered to himself. They looked at Tianheng. Tianheng, if you have something to say, just say it. Tianheng said, I'm just casually mentioning it. For a martial artist, the most important thing is to improve themselves, and improve in all aspects. But these things make them think that enjoying life is a better way to live, and they don't pay too much attention to cultivation. Ha ha ha, I was just mentioning it. Lin Xian smiled and said, you don't have to worry about this. Everyone's cultivation level is already so high. They are all geniuses and their family backgrounds are also very strong. These so-called enjoyment, they didn't just learn about it because I brought them there. They are not children anymore. If they want to enjoy life, they have the capital to do so. But they still came, so I don't think you need to worry about this. That's right. Many others nodded. Then, can this method be used? Everyone has their own methods of management. Although this method seems to be very effective, if it spreads out and becomes the status quo, won't there be a big problem? Yes, that's right. Actually, this wasn't important. What was important was that they just wanted to see Lin Xian's ability and see if he was the so-called genius. Now, it seemed that he really was. Lin Xian, the Hidden Dragon Army's 4th team will be handed over to you in the future. How about it? Murong Feng looked at Lin Xian and asked. The others were actually still worried. Although Lin Xian had shown his ability, but were they really going to hand over more than 100 geniuses to him? Was it a good thing? Lin Xian said, let's not. I still like to enjoy life. I don't like this. That. Uncle Murong, half a month has passed. What you promised me, no, what Sanctuary promised me, cough cough. Isn't it time to promise them? Lin Xian said with a smile. What did he come here for? Did he really think that he was here to train others? Lin Xian didn't think that he had the ability to do so. He came here because Sanctuary said that as long as he came, regardless of the result, they would lend a sum of money to the Yexian group. Lending this sum of money wasn't a big deal. Lin Xian wasn't interested in this sum of money. Yi Ranbing and Huang Shi were able to lend Lin Xian enough money mainly because the Yang family was one of the 12 elders of Sanctuary. If the other elders of Sanctuary lent money to Lin Xian, would they dare to mess with the Yexian group and Lin and City? Lin Xian wasn't afraid of them, but Lin Xian was annoyed. He didn't want to put his mind on this matter. Yes, of course, no problem. But are you sure you don't want to try? We still hope that you can continue to give it a try. I believe that they also want to. Murong Feng looked at Lin Xian and said. Lin Xian shrugged his shoulders. First, I don't have the ability. Second, I find it troublesome. Third, I'm worried that my decision will ruin them. Then there's no other way. Murong Feng then looked at Lin Xian and said, Lin Xian, come with me. Lin Xian then followed Murong Feng to the side. Uncle Murong, what's the matter? Murong Feng nodded. Yes. Actually, it doesn't matter if you bring them or not. Right now, Sanctuary wants to establish a few top-notch teams. There aren't many of them, but these teams will become a very powerful force in the human race in the future. They will also receive the most abundant resources from Sanctuary and the Radiant Association. I want you to join. Lin Xian scratched his head. Lin Xian, your realm has risen very high, but this world isn't as simple as you think. I hope that you can consider this matter. Everyone else is preparing for this matter. In the end, only 10 people from the Hidden Dragon Army will join this team. As for your team, I hope that you can choose it yourself. Lin Xian frowned. Is the continent going to experience a catastrophe? It's coming soon. So many things are imminent. Chapter 17:10. Lin Xian knew that this continent would soon be in turmoil. He actually wanted to live a peaceful life, but as a human, as a member of the human race, since he had the ability, he also needed to have the responsibility and obligation. The other side had an even lower realm than the 3 major forces, and they were fighting to the death. Could it be that he, who was in the absolute virtual realm, was going to hide here and enjoy life? Lin Xian then said, What do I need to do? Murong Feng said, Set up a top team. If you need any resources, any help, any improvement, the temple will unconditionally support you. But in the future, there may be some very difficult or even extremely dangerous missions that will be given to you. Alright, I can still accept this. I am also willing to accept it. Lin Xian said. That's great. But I really don't want to lead a team. I really don't have the ability. I am just a noob. I am unable to take responsibility for their life and growth. Murong Feng nodded. Alright, no problem. Lin Xian, I hope that you will be very diligent in this matter. It's not just about becoming a member of a team, it's just a simple identity. Lin Xian nodded. Don't worry, Uncle Murong. I understand. I am also very willing to fight for the human race. Good child. Murong Feng patted Lin Xian's shoulder and said, Although you may not be the most popular in this generation, and your team may not be the strongest in the future, I believe that this is only temporary. Time and reality will tell everyone everything. Uncle Murong, are there still many strong people in this continent? Murong Feng nodded. Yes, in fact, what you see is only the tip of the iceberg. At the beginning, the so-called Murong Yu, Duan Ling Xiao, and Qi Tianqing were the top. In fact, we all know that there are still some geniuses above them. These geniuses are basically at the 9 stars and 10 stars of the absolute virtual realm. But in my opinion, they may not necessarily be your opponents. At most, it would be 50-50. Lin Xian nodded. Are they from the hidden families? Duan Ling Xiao nodded. Yes, of course. Apart from some hidden clans, there are also some top geniuses from some special forces. However, apart from these, there's actually a group of people who are the least known. Lin Xian frowned. The least known group of people are the geniuses of the 4 top reclusive family clans, as well as the saints or saintesses of the 3 major factions. The most powerful ones are the few people nurtured by the Radiance Association. It's said that these people have already reached the heavenly Tao realm at a young age. They are extremely terrifying. Lin Xian. Is it that terrifying? Yes, they are the top existences on this continent. They almost never appear in the cities. They are always in the demonic beast domain, and they are even in the depths of the demonic beast domain, thousands or tens of thousands of kilometers away. This includes the cities of the demonic beast domain. For example, our Holy Son advanced to the heavenly Tao a month ago, and he is currently consolidating his realm. Lin Xian rubbed his chin. What kind of person is this Holy Son of the Temple? Is he the successor of one of the 12 Elders' Assembly? Yes, he's the successor of the Tian family. The Tian family's patriarch that I introduced to you is his second uncle. That Tian Hang is also a member of the Tian family and can be considered his cousin. Then, Morong Feng said, the ones you saw are from the Tian family's outer sect. Their overall strength is about the same as the Yang family. The real patriarch of the Tian family is the Holy Son of the Temple's Holy Son's father. The real Tian family is a colossus in the truest sense. Lin Xian. He realized that his understanding of this world was not that clear. This is the first time I've heard of these things. It's all right. That's basically it. From now on, those people will appear one after another. The continent is about to welcome the greatest upheaval in recent years. In the future, you will have many opportunities to come in contact with them. Lin Xian nodded. Yes, I understand. I'll give you some time to form your team. Normally, we would have to personally select the members for you, but I believe in your foresight. Let me manage your team directly. It's convenient and safe. After you're done forming your team, there will be some things for you to do. The first thing is to fight against the other top teams. Have a friendly match with the Judgment Guild and the Bounty Hunter Guild's team. You can also come in contact with the top geniuses of your generation on this continent. Lin Xian nodded. Yes, the team needs 10 people. These teams don't need quantity, but quality. In fact, Morong Feng roughly knew who Lin Xian would form a team with. It was none other than his daughter, Ling Ying, and Han Chuxue. Morong Feng was also very optimistic about them. Perhaps compared to those people, they might still be a little lacking. However, he believed that in the future, Lin Xian's team would definitely be outstanding. He was looking forward to it. Morong Feng knew that the other geniuses were very powerful, but in terms of expectations, he definitely felt that Lin Xian's team was the one he was looking forward to the most. Of course, this was only his personal opinion. In fact, the majority of people were optimistic about the other team. Some of them were from the previous batch or the previous batch to enter the God's Awakening door. There were even some who were directly recommended to enter the God's Awakening door and didn't need to participate in the Heaven Martial Assembly. I understand. When will the battle begin? Half a month. Okay. Lin Xian nodded. Yes, then you go and prepare. That's right, that Duan Ling Xiao, he didn't come back? Morong Feng asked. Ah, he didn't come back? I don't know. Lin Xian shook his head. He had forgotten that when the time was up, Duan Ling Xiao didn't come back. According to my information, Duan Tianming waited outside the God's Awakening door for a few hours. In the end, Duan Ling Xiao didn't come back. Lin Xian rubbed his chin. This is really strange. Although Lin Xian didn't remember what happened, the slip of paper told him that the earth was inside the God's awakening door. Then, how could Duan Ling Xiao die on earth? Why couldn't the mission be completed? He couldn't understand. Yes, in terms of ability, he definitely isn't bad. It's really a pity. I thought that the 10 of you wouldn't have any problems. I didn't expect that there would still be a mistake. Morong Fong said. Perhaps this is fate. Uncle Morong, I'll go and contact them. And go. Then, Lin Xian walked away. Duan Ling Xiao actually died? That's great. He saved himself the trouble. Chapter 17:11. The Duan family. Duan Tianming didn't have an easy time these days. His son, Duan Ling Xiao, never came out after entering the God's awakening door. Therefore, his son, Duan Ling Xiao, died. The son he raised for so long, the son he was very proud of, died. He couldn't accept it. The entire Duan family couldn't accept it. His son's ability was so strong. Even if he was suppressed by Lin Xian several times, he definitely wasn't the last among the 10 people. Therefore, why did the other 9 people all come back intact, but his son didn't? There was only one answer. He was harmed. Actually, before entering the God's awakening door, he had an ominous premonition. Among the 10 people, including Lin Xian, 9 of them could be on the same side, including Feng Ling. After Lin Xian went to Feng Nation, he seemed to have gotten along with her again. Zhuge Feng and Lin Xian were also very close. Only his son was alone. Duan Tianming actually knew that his son wanted to kill Lin Xian several times and had even taken action. Then, under the situation of 9 against 1, did his son have a chance of winning? No chance of winning. And his son was outstanding enough. Under normal circumstances, it was impossible for him to fail. Therefore, it must be Lin Xian and the others who did it. Son. Duan Tianming caressed Duan Ling Xiao's photo, his right hand trembling slightly. Don't worry, father will avenge you. In his eyes, Lin Xian was the one who killed his son. That must be the case. But to be honest, it didn't seem wrong. After all, Duan Ling Xiao triggered the mission to kill Lin Xian. If he didn't kill him, what could he do? Duan Tianming's eyes flashed with murderous intent. If his son failed because of him, he had nothing to say. But he believed that it was Lin Xian who did it. It must be him. Therefore, he must avenge him. He must kill Lin Xian at any cost. The Duan clan was a power that he could use, but he couldn't let everyone know. He could only let the few most trustworthy people do this. He had to do something before Lin Xian reached the heavenly Dao realm. On the other side, Lin Xian, Ling Ying, Han Chuxue, and Morong Yu were sitting in the lobby of a hotel, eating delicious food and chatting. Are you sure you want to join such a team? Ling Ying looked at Lin Xian with her beautiful eyes. Lin Xian nodded. That's right. Coincidentally, it's also a form of motivation for me. Furthermore, I also want to see how strong those people are. I don't think that I'm the strongest among my peers, so I want to see how strong they are. Sure, then let's join. They can't possibly assign us a mission that will kill us, right? Ling Ying shrugged. I heard that these teams might do missions related to the 15 Fey God Temples or even the Myriad Fey Alliance. Morong Yu said as she drank a mouthful of her drink. Is that so? Then wouldn't that be a death sentence? Lin Xian said, they can't possibly expect us to come into contact with those now, right? At the very least, we have to reach the heavenly Dao, right? However, that's quite challenging. Now, let's see if we can defeat the teams from the other 3 factions. Han Chuxue was more concerned about this. Hey, we are one of the teams from the holy temples of the 3 factions. Lin Xian said with a smile. Then, defeat those reclusive family clans and the other 2 factions. Then, I'll inform the others. Lin Xian said. All right. Then, Lin Xian contacted Wu Yuhan, Wang Xintong, Xiao Xinyue, and Feng Ling. Their answers were very clear. All of them agreed to join. Feng Ling also felt that in such an environment with Lin Xian and so many people, she would definitely be able to improve greatly. We only have 8 people. Doesn't this team need 10 people? Who else is there? Ling Ying bit his straw and said, "Let me ask Zhuge Feng." Lin Xian liked Zhuge Feng very much. Moreover, his abilities were very balanced. He could play a role in their team, such as protection, buffs, and so on. When Zhuge Feng received Lin Xian's message, he did not hesitate at all and immediately agreed. He was a very righteous person. When he came back this time, he was worried about where he could display his abilities and make the best use of them. Since Lin Xian invited him, of course he would agree. In fact, there were 3 reasons why he agreed. First, he felt that he could be of help and make a difference. The second reason was that he trusted Lin Xian and the others. He would be able to fight to his heart's content in such a team without any worries. Third, Lin Xian and the others were approved by Zhuge Feng. There's one more. Lin Xian pondered for a moment. Who should I ask for the last one? The other 3 girls also pondered for a moment. Miss Xiao? Lin Xian thought of Xiao Runing. No, she will definitely refuse. Lin Xian then shook his head and denied it. Xiao Runing still wanted to be a teacher. The martial arts academy also needed her. Miao Xiao Miao? Yi Yi and the others? No way. Their strength was relatively lacking. Miao Xiao Miao had enough talent, but she spent a lot of time and effort on developing some of her strange things. Moreover, for them to directly pull them into their team was too much of a leap. They still needed to train at the martial arts academy. Who else could it be? Could it be that girl, Ling Longyue? She was quite suitable, but she didn't seem to need this kind of strength. For such a team, not only did they need to be strong, but they also needed to train everyone. F***CK. The people Lin Xian knew were gone. Blue Planet? This girl, no. She wasn't strong enough. It wasn't that Lin Xian didn't think it was possible, but if a team member with insufficient strength joined, it wouldn't be good for them and the person involved. No, I don't think I have any suitable candidates. If there's really no other choice, can I ask Feng Ling to call her brother, Feng Qinghao? Lin Xian scratched his head and said, "Are you close?" Lin Xian shook his head. "Let's find a suitable one." "It's okay, we have half a month. Take your time," Ling Ying said. Lin Xian nodded. "Okay, let's gather everyone first. The last candidate isn't difficult anyway." A day later, the 9 of them had already gathered in Chengdu. "About the last candidate, do you have any suitable recommendations?" They discussed this matter in a private room. "Why don't you go and pick one from your 4 teams in the Hidden Dragon Army?" Han Chuxue said. Lin Xian rubbed his chin. "I want to find a suitable one. Let's leave it at that for now. I'll go and pick one, or Feng Ling's brother." At this time, Lin Xian's phone rang. Chapter 17:12. Lin Xian's phone rang, and all the other girls stopped talking. It was an unknown number, but Lin Xian should know who it was. Then, Lin Xian walked out. When Lin Xian walked out, the girls also knew who it was. It should be the Evil Fiend Temple. Because they still had Zhuge Feng and Feng Ling here. It wasn't that they didn't trust them, but to be safe, they definitely couldn't let others know about this matter. That's weird. Did he pick up a girl's call? He actually doesn't dare to let us listen, old pervert. Feng Ling muttered as she ate a mouthful of food. She still had a lot of resentment towards Lin Xian. She always wanted to defeat Lin Xian, but she really couldn't do it. "I can't even be perverted if I want to," Zhuge Feng said with a smile. "Don't learn from this old pervert. One old pervert in the team is already scary enough. If another one comes, I'll F***king kill." Feng Ling scratched her hair. Zhuge Feng smiled and nodded. N. Outside, Lin Xian received a call from the Evil Fiend Temple. "Young Master Lin, congratulations on getting first place. Those people have a whole new level of respect for you." Lin Xian didn't know whose voice came from the phone. Obviously, Lin Xian could guess that there must be a spy in the Holy Palace. Maybe this spy's position wasn't small. This was also very normal. It wasn't difficult for the evil fiend temple to do this. You guys are really well informed. That person smiled and said, "Of course, when is young Master Lin free? It's time for us to meet." "Any time." Lin Xian. "Good. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, Chengdu Flowing Cloud Pavilion. See you there." "Okay." Then, Lin Xian hung up the phone. Lin Xian did not know what the evil fiend temple wanted to do, but it was definitely not a good thing. Perhaps it was not necessarily a bad thing for Lin Xian, but it was definitely not a good thing for the human race and the three great forces. However, this was something that Lin Xian had to do. Evil Fiend Temple. Lin Xian had to eradicate the Evil Fiend Temple no matter from his personal point of view or from the point of view of a peaceful human. Even if he had to spend a lot of effort and energy, he had to do it well. Otherwise, if the human clan were to start a war with the demon clan on the other side, they would still have to worry about the threat of the Evil Fiend Hall. The Evil Fiend Hall would definitely be eager for the humans and demons to start a real war, because the more chaotic it was, the happier they would be. Lin Xian returned to the private room and said to them, "Then everyone should rest early and have some fun in Chengdu. Let's wait for the day after tomorrow. We'll report to the Holy Temple and leave a message. As for what to do next, it'll depend on the Holy Temple's arrangements." "All right." Then they left the hotel. One day later, at night, Lin Xian came to the Flowing Cloud Pavilion alone. Outside the Flowing Cloud Pavilion, before Lin Xian could enter, an ordinary-looking man walked in front of Lin Xian. "Young Master Lin, the Protector has been waiting for you for a long time," the man said to Lin Xian. Lin Xian raised his eyebrows. "Protector? What kind of role was this Protector in the Evil Fiend Temple?" Lin Xian was not very sure. Lead the way." Then he led Lin Xian into a private room. "Please come in." Lin Xian then walked into the private room. The man did not enter, but closed the door and stood guard outside. Lin Xian walked in and looked at a middle-aged man who was about 40 years old sitting there. "Is this the so-called Protector?" He looked at Lin Xian, then stood up with a smile and extended his hand to Lin Xian. "Young Master Lin, we finally meet. Quick, please take a seat." Lin Xian then sat in front of him. This person personally poured a glass of wine for Lin Xian. He looked quite kind. "If there's anything, let's get straight to the point." Lin Xian threw him a cigarette. "Ha ha ha, don't you want to eat something? Look at how much I've ordered." Lin Xian laughed. "Are you in the mood to eat?" "We're talking about business, so we have to eat something." Click. They lit up their cigarettes. "Sure." Then they chatted as they ate. "I've heard about your performance in the Divine Temple. You've truly impressed me. Don't tell me you want me to lead the Evil Fiend Temple experts." Lin Xian said. "Ha ha ha, you'll have to change what you're saying because you're also an expert now." Lin Xian shook his head. "That's not entirely true. Might I know who you are?" "All right, I was a little too happy to meet you. I nearly forgot to introduce you. Wang Meng, Evil Fiend Temple's left protector." Lin Xian stroked his chin. "Left protector? Is it the left protector of a particular Evil Fiend Temple hall or the main hall's left protector?" "Of course it's the main hall's left protector," Wang Meng said with a smile. "What level was this protector at?" For example, in the Evil Fiend Temple, the most powerful person was the Temple Master. The left and right protectors were the Temple Master's right-hand men. These right-hand men often interacted with the Temple Master and were even the Temple Master's representatives. Perhaps they were not second or third in terms of authority in the Evil Fiend Temple, but they were definitely top existences. "I see." Lin Xian nodded. Wang Meng said with a smile, "Do you wish to advance to the Heavenly Tao realm?" "I, Evil God, still have the ability to allow you to advance to the Heavenly Tao realm in an extremely short period of time." Lin Xian shook his head. "Forget it. I'm more inclined to advance slowly. Forcefully pulling up seedlings to help them grow isn't necessarily a good thing. All right. To have such thoughts, you are destined to have great accomplishments. Lin Xian drank a mouthful of alcohol and said, "Then, let's get down to business." Ha ha ha, all right. This time, I'm here mainly to tell you 3 things. Lin Xian nodded. Of course, there are some things I wish to ask you. Let's start with a few things. Anything is fine. Lin Xian. All right, for the first thing, I wish to ask you. How did the Holy Temple arrange for you? Wang Meng asked. Don't you know? Lin Xian took a puff of his cigarette and asked as he leaned back in his chair. Heh. You should know that the Evil Fiend Temple has a spy in the Holy Temple. However, this spy is definitely unable to reach an extremely high level. It's not that easy for us to learn such top secrets. Wang Meng said with a smile. All right. Lin Xian shrugged his shoulders and said, Actually, there's nothing top secret. They just want me to join a squad. Oh, that's clear. Anything else? Lin Xian shook his head. Nothing else. They want me to lead the Hidden Dragon Army, but I don't wish to. That's all. Wang Meng nodded. In fact, this meant that the Holy Temple thought very highly of Lin Xian. Chapter 17:13. To the Evil Fiend Hall, the effect such a figure could achieve was unimaginable. Therefore, the Evil Fiend Hall thought highly of Lin Xian. Ignoring everything else, his value was incomparable. Yes, is there any action? Lin Xian shook his head. No. Even if there is, I don't know. All right, then let's talk about something else. It's the 3 important things I want to tell you. Lin Xian said, I don't care what it is. I just want to know what my benefits are. I'm working for you, and you keep saying that you want me to get what I deserve. But up to now, I haven't gotten anything. Instead, I've been working for you. Why? In your eyes, I'm just a tool, right? Lin Xian's attitude was very unfriendly. Ha ha ha, young Master Lin, don't be anxious. Didn't I come to you to talk about this? Wang Meng said with a smile. Besides, I just told you one of the benefits. It can allow you to advance to the heavenly Tao. This is an irresistible temptation to anyone. Lin Xian shook his head. I don't think it's a benefit. In my eyes, it's only a matter of time before I advance to the heavenly Tao realm. Why is there a need to spoil it? Yes. Let's talk about other things first before we talk about these benefits. What do you think? Lin Xian nodded. All right, this is the first thing. I need you to work hard to break into the inner circle of the Divine Temple. The higher your position in the Divine Temple, the greater the benefits for us. The Evil Fiend Temple needs you to do this, and you definitely have the ability and qualifications to do this. Lin Xian stroked his chin. Don't tell me the Evil Fiend Hall wants to destroy the sanctum? Does the Evil Fiend Hall have the ability to do so? Ha ha ha, Wang Meng laughed and said, That's still a little difficult, but there are still great benefits, right? Lin Xian nodded. That's not a problem, but I have a request. My request is that no matter what you want to do, first, I want to know our purpose. Second, if it harms the interests and lives of the majority, I refuse. Ha ha ha, don't worry. That won't happen. Wang Meng laughed. Lin Xian nodded. All right, then I'll move on to the second matter. This matter is extremely important. There's one thing I have to tell you, and that's about Lin and City. It's also about why the Yang clan is fighting with you for the rights to Lin and City. Lin Xian raised an eyebrow. Oh, what is the reason? That's because Lin and City is located at the dragon vein of the entire continent. Wang Meng said. Dragon vein. Lin Xian furrowed his brows as he pondered. So that's how it was. Even if Lin Xian didn't know the specific benefits, Lin Xian knew that as the center of the continent, this place must be very exaggerated. No wonder the Yang clan was willing to pay such a price to take down the Yexian group and fight for the rights to Lin and City. So this was the reason. No wonder they still wanted to fight for Lin and city, which was close to the demon clan. If this matter was exposed, then the human race would protect Lin and city with all their might. Because this dragon vein couldn't be given to the demon clan, right? What benefits will this dragon vein bring? Lin Xian asked. The dragon vein hasn't erupted yet. Once it does, the spiritual energy of the entire continent will be even more abundant, and the center point is Lin and city. So, at least one thing is that Lin and city is the center of the entire continent's spiritual energy. It's also the place with the densest spiritual energy. It will become the best place to cultivate. This is just the most basic benefit. Lin Xian. So Lin and city, the Yexian group must not be lost. Moreover, we must continue to acquire Lin and city and completely acquire it. Lin Xian muttered to himself. How did the evil fiend temple know about this? Obviously, this matter was not well known. Otherwise, it would have been impossible for no one to tell him. Even Linglong Shui and the others did not know. But why did the evil fiend temple know? Was it because the good guys couldn't compare to the bad guys? That was impossible, right? 2 days ago, we caught someone from the Yong clan in Lin and city. The young master of the Yong clan, Yong Tian. We got the news from him. Good fellow, this Yong Tian was caught by you guys. Lin Xian couldn't help but laugh. It was really tragic. He's dead. Lin Xian felt that this was very normal. However, if he was killed, would the Yong clan think that it was Lin Xian who did it? Forget it, it didn't matter. Okay, I understand. Lin Xian then nodded and said, You must pay attention to this matter. As far as I know, the crisis caused by the Yong clan in Lin and city should be fine, right? Lin Xian nodded. Yes. If it weren't for your evil fiend temple, there wouldn't be such a big crisis. After all, the evil fiend temple also needs to develop. After all, we didn't know about you at that time. Otherwise, not only would the evil fiend temple need to use the Yexian group's money, our evil fiend temple would even need to spend money on you guys. But now, it's good that we don't have to worry about this anymore. All that's left is to take control of Lin and city. When the time comes, Lin and city will be the stronghold of the evil fiend temple. Lin Xian did not say anything. The third thing is about the benefits you want. After saying that, my brother Wang Meng handed Lin Xian a token. This is the Evil God Fire Palace's Hall Master's token. From today onwards, you are the Evil God Fire Palace's Hall Master. The entire Evil God Fire Palace will be at your disposal. There are several heavenly Tao experts and countless experts. At the same time, I will send you a set of information. This information contains the information of all the core members of the Evil God Fire Palace. The Evil God Fire Palace, which is the Shao clan, you have been there before. Lin Xian. So, this is my benefit? Is this considered a benefit? This is a burden. I've said it before, I don't want these things. I'm not interested in the so-called power and influence. Lin Xian threw the token to Wang Meng. Wang Meng smiled and threw the token to Lin Xian. There's someone over there to help look after it. You should take it. What if you need it? Lin Xian took it. What about the benefits? What benefits do you want? Me? I really don't know what benefits I want. Lin Xian shrugged his shoulders. He didn't need any benefits. Right now, he only needed to know where the Evil Fiend Temple's main hall was located, but he couldn't just ask directly, right? Lin Xian wasn't too sure. I should be a core member now, right? Of course. Then can I meet this Evil Fiend Temple's Hall Master? Chapter 17:14. When Wang Meng heard Lin Xian's words, he smiled. Of course, there's no problem. After all, it was the Hall Master who asked me to meet you. The Hall Master is personally paying attention to everything about young Master Lin. Lin Xian nodded. Don't tell me he's just trying to brush me off? Ha ha ha, Wang Meng laughed and said, "How is that possible? If young Master Lin wants to meet the Hall Master, then I'll arrange it. You can meet him when you're free." Lin Xian shook his head. "Forget it, let's talk about it later. Right now, I need the capital support of the Evil Fiend Temple. F***CK. If you use his money, won't he make you spit it out? Didn't the Xian group get the capital support of the Holy Sanctum?" Lin Xian said, "That's right, but I don't think it's enough. Because next, not only do I have to defend the Yong family, but I also have to continue to buy Lin and city, so I need a lot of capital. With the Holy Sanctum's intervention, the Yong family probably won't continue to fight with you for Lin and city." Wang Meng said, "What if? After all, you said that Lin and city is located in the Dragon Vein. Do you think the Yong family will stop? Maybe they'll stop on the surface, but in reality, they definitely won't. They might not make a move because of their status, but won't they control another family to make a move on the Xian group and Lin and city?" Hearing Lin Xian's words, Wang Meng pondered for a moment. "Well, what you said makes sense. You're now a member of the Evil Fiend Temple, and the Xian group is also part of the Evil Fiend Temple. The Evil Fiend Temple should help the Xian group through this difficult time. I'll discuss this matter with them as soon as possible after I go back. I should be able to transfer the money to you in a few days." Lin Xian nodded. "Okay, is there anything else I can do?" Wang Meng said, "I'm sorry that I wasn't able to take out something that satisfied you. If you need any help, feel free to ask the Evil Divine Palace. This is the way to contact me. You just need to crush this bead." Wang Meng handed a bead to Lin Xian. "In addition, what you need to do is nothing more than guard Lin and city well so that you can communicate with the Evil Fiend Temple in the future. Also, raise your cultivation level as soon as possible and reach the Heavenly Tao realm. Enter the inner sanctum of the Holy Temple and make it easier for you to coordinate with us." Lin Xian nodded. "I feel like I don't have much power," Lin Xian said. "Don't worry, I'll secretly reveal a piece of news to you. The Hall Master is already looking for his successor. There are a total of 3 people, and you are one of them. If you improve yourself and show off yourself, it won't be long before you can even become the Evil Fiend Hall Master. Also, I've already told you, if you need any help, just mention it to the Evil Fiend Hall at any time, and the Evil Fiend Hall will do everything they can to help you." Lin Xian, "I have it now." "Oh." Then, Lin Xian said, "I need your Evil Fiend Hall to investigate the whereabouts of a few people." "Are you referring to..." "Lin Xian, you should know what I'm referring to." Wang Meng smiled and said, "That still needs to be made clear. After all, if I misunderstand, the whereabouts of my sister and the rest." Lin Xian, "Oh, that. We happen to have some clues." "Oh." Lin Xian pricked up his brows. "That's because they previously came to the Evil Fiend Hall to discuss cooperation." "They know where the Evil Fiend Hall is? Yet, I don't know?" Lin Xian had an unhappy look on his face. "Young Master Lin, don't misunderstand. They obviously didn't contact the people from the main temple," said Wang Meng. "Then, can I not know where the main temple is now?" Lin Xian took a sip of wine and asked casually. "Young Master Lin, of course there's no problem. However, young Master Lin doesn't go to the main temple right now. If there's a day when we really need young Master Lin's cooperation, we'll definitely let young Master Lin know." Wang Meng smiled. Lin Xian didn't say much. It could be seen that they didn't trust him very much, even after he ate the poison pill. After all, although the poison pill could kill people if they revealed the secret, but what if they had to fight to the death? He would die, but he would also reveal the location of the Evil Fiend Hall's main temple. After all, this Lin Xian was still considered a ruthless person in their eyes. "What's their news?" Lin Xian asked. "The news is, they should be in the fiend race now. If they're not wrong, they should be planning to form some kind of cooperation with the fiend race. Their ambition is to rule the human race, and perhaps even the entire continent." Their purpose in coming to the Evil Fiend Hall is to cooperate with the Evil Fiend Hall to disrupt the three great forces and replace them. To tell the truth, the three great forces were the human race's protective umbrella. Without them, the human race wouldn't be able to withstand a single blow. The Fiend Race, the Myriad Fiend Alliance? It should be the Myriad Fiend Alliance. The worst should be the Fiend God Hall. Wang Meng said. All right, I understand. Lin Xian nodded and drank the wine in one gulp. Then I wish us a happy cooperation. Lin Xian nodded. If there's nothing else, I'll be leaving first. All right, young Master Lin, please pay more attention to our matters. I know. Also, I don't care about myself, but I don't want the Evil Fiend Hall to disturb them. Lin Xian said. Young Master Lin, don't worry about this. It's been so long, have you seen us disturb them? Lin Xian nodded and walked away. The Fiend God Hall, the Myriad Fiend Alliance. Lin Xian rubbed his chin. Lin Xian had a rough idea of their current progress. They were basically perfect. Lin Xian also knew that it was time for them to carry out their grand plans. The human race was in a very bad situation. The Fiend Race, Zhao Mengyue, and the Evil Fiend Hall. The pressure on the three major forces was especially great. This was also why Lin Xian wanted to join them and form a small team. With their strength, they could share some of the burden. Fortunately, the Evil Fiend Hall didn't ask Lin Xian to do something that he was extremely unwilling to do for the time being. Right now, it was nothing more than going deep into the sacred palace to coordinate with the outside. This was the kind of thing that Lin Xian didn't have to do at all. He did his own thing, and in the eyes of the Evil Fiend Hall, he was also helping the Evil Fiend Hall. What surprised Lin Xian was the news that Wang Meng brought to him from Lin and City. The Dragon Vein. Lin Xian pondered for a moment. I have to ask Ling Long and the others about the specifics of this Dragon Vein. On the other side, Wang Meng made a phone call. Hallmaster, I saw Lin Xian. Wang Meng said. Nothing special. I've already explained everything. From the looks of it, he seems to be somewhat dissatisfied with our Evil Fiend Hall. A voice came from inside. It's normal for him to be dissatisfied. The Evil Fiend Hall didn't give him enough benefits, right? Yes, he doesn't care about the benefits that others say are crazy. Chapter 17:15. It had to be said that Lin Xian was very cunning. He knew that the more he obeyed them, the more suspicious they would be. Yes, Lin Xian ate the poison pill. In their eyes, Lin Xian's life was also in their hands. They would not doubt it. However, they were worried that if they trusted Lin Xian too much, he would have thoughts of fighting to the death. It was hard to say. Once he did, it would be a devastating blow to the Evil Fiend Temple. Therefore, they chose to be more cautious. And Lin Xian could not be too hostile to the Evil Fiend Temple. What if they did not want to cooperate with Lin Xian? Therefore, Lin Xian's current level was about the best. It's normal for him to be dissatisfied. How should I put it? We can't let him be too dissatisfied. He is very valuable. Moreover, this sovereign does intend to cultivate him as the sovereign's successor. Therefore, if he asks us to do it well, we must do it well. Palace Master, he said. He doesn't want any benefits for the time being. He can't think of what he wants. Right now, he only wants to find traces of his sister, Linya. The other side was silent for a while. Do it well. But, the whereabouts of that group of people are uncertain. Moreover, their cultivation is very high. With our ability, I'm afraid it won't be that easy. The Palace Master said, didn't they want to cooperate with this sovereign? We rejected them before. Then contact them for me. The rest will be left to Lin Xian. Whether we can meet him or not, our sincerity to help that Lin Xian is already here. I believe he will thank us. Understood. On the other side, Lin Xian called Linglong Shui. The Dragon Vein? In Lin and City? Lin Xian nodded. Yes, that's what they said. I can't confirm it for the time being. However, I am curious as to why the Yong family wants to go against us. It seems that there is a clear explanation. This dragon vein is the center of the entire continent, and it also represents the chi vein of the continent. The simplest logic is that if the dragon vein erupts, Lin and City will be the place with the densest spiritual chi in the entire continent. It is like the mouth of a spring, and water will continuously flow out from it. I can understand this point. Other than this, what else could it be? Ling Long Shui shook her head. That's hard to say. But if you want to have more power and leverage, Lin and City must remain. But at the same time, it also means that in the future, Lin and City will become the most desirable place for the demons, the evil sects, and the people who took your sister away. I'm afraid that in the near future, Lin and City will be the most powerful, but also the most chaotic. Then I definitely can't just give this place away. If it's in my hands, at least I can ensure that I'm in control of this place. At least it won't fall into the hands of those with ill intentions. Lin Xian. Amen. But you must also be prepared to endure an enormous amount of pressure. Lin Xian laughed. That's how I've been all these years. Let's leave it at that. About that, I might have to return after some time. Over here, everyone and I need to improve ourselves. Let's see if we can reach the heavenly Tao realm as soon as possible. Okay. Then, Lin Xian hung up. There were many ways to raise one's strength to the heavenly Tao realm. Lin Xian might be able to raise his strength quickly, but that was definitely not Lin Xian's true goal. He wanted it to be faster, but in order to be faster, he had to give up on a large portion of the increase in strength from the heavenly Tao realm. Therefore, Lin Xian would rather raise his strength a little later. Pulling up seedlings to help them grow might seem good in the short term, but it was definitely not a good thing in the long term. Lin Xian was not a warrior who had no hope of advancing his entire life, so why should he be in a rush? He wanted to raise his strength even more. The system had already given him a lot of improvements, but he could do even more. Why should he give it up? Yes. He wrote a note saying that he needed to quickly raise his strength to the heavenly Tao realm. He wanted to return to Earth, but he could not be in a rush. Late at night, Lin Xian returned to the residence that the Holy Temple had arranged for him. The next day, they gathered in Murong Feng's meeting room. All right. Murong Feng looked at the 9 people standing in front of him and nodded in satisfaction. Have some tea. They sat down. My guess is about right, but your team is still short of 1 person. Do you have anyone in mind? Lin Xian shook his head. Not yet. It's fine if you don't have anyone for now. I have some suitable ones here. They are also very strong. Do you want to consider them? Win Chim said, our idea is to start with 9 people. We can search for the remaining 1 later. If there's really no one suitable, we'll just find one. That's fine, but it has to be done quickly. After all, it's a team of 10 people. It requires great rapport. Rapport still needs time to develop. A team with rapport and mutual trust, and a team that is willing to leave their backs to their teammates, will be able to unleash greater strength. Murong Feng said with a nod. That's why we don't want to randomly find a 10th person. Yeah. Murong Feng muttered to himself. All right, then I'll help you register. However, it's best to keep your identities a secret. You'll need to complete some very secretive missions. You might even need to hide your identities. They nodded. Have you thought of a name for the team? Lin Xian. Let's call it the Storm Team. Lin Xian had already discussed this with them. For Lin Xian, the Storm Mercenary Group was a small team that Lin Xian had met from the beginning. He was still in contact with them even now. All right, tomorrow we'll give you a special identity medal. With this medal, you'll have some privileges in the 3 major forces. Especially in the Holy Temple. In the Holy Temple, your privileges are not inferior to the privileges of a branch of the Holy Temple in a city. Murong Feng said. They nodded. Then, is there anything we need to do now? Ling Ying asked. Yes, I'll tell you about it in a few days. Right now, Our people are investigating something. After the investigation is over, you'll be the most suitable team to complete it. It's related to the devil race. Make some preparations in the next few days to cultivate your teamwork. Furthermore, you'll be assigned your roles in the team. This is very important. Yes. Go. After walking outside, Lin Xian said to them, "You can go do your own things first. Xiao Yuhan, come with me." Then, Lin Xian led Wu Yuhan to the side. "What's the matter?" "Amen. I obtained a life oddity velvet this morning. In addition to the things I prepared before, it's enough. I think it's time to try to reconstruct your sister's body." Lin Xian looked at Wu Yuhan and said. Lin Xian suddenly thought of the life oddity velvet. After contacting the evil fiend shrine, they really did have it. They actually gave it to Lin Xian. Chapter 17-16. Wu Yuhan was very happy to hear Lin Xian's news. All these years, her sister sharing a body with her had given her a headache. Of course, she did not despise it. After all, Wu Yunuo was her only relative. It was just that she wished to see her sister reconstruct her body and return. And now, Lin Xian was finally telling her that he could do it. She knew that although Lin Xian might not have done anything himself, he had been asking the people around him to help him search for the heaven and earth treasures needed to reconstruct a body. Reconstructing a body was truly not an easy task. This was because the heaven and earth treasures needed to reconstruct a body were items that were nearly extinct. They could even be very, very precious. They were so precious that it was unimaginable. Lin Xian looked at Wu Yuhan and said, "Everything has been prepared. Let's make a trip back to Lin and City." Coincidentally, Xiao Linglong and a few other heavenly Dao realm existences are there. With them, there shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah. Wu Yuhan nodded. "Let's go." Then, Lin Xian led Wu Yuhan back to Lin and City. At home, Huang Shi had yet to leave. Lin Xian informed her of the matter. "Yeah, we can begin once everything is ready," Yi Renbing said as she hugged Tianyi. "How long will it take? Is there anything we need to take note of?" Lin Xian asked. "There are things we need to take note of. It's not difficult to reconstruct a body. What might be more dangerous is the soul entering the body," Yi Renbing said. "Yeah, the soul entering the body is simple. The most difficult part is whether the soul can perfectly match the reconstructed body. After matching, whether it can fuse perfectly is a difficult part," Huang Shi said. "What's the success rate?" Lin Xian asked. "If there aren't any mistakes, 80%. Lin Xian looked at Wu Yuhan. 80%. Do you want to give it a try?" Wu Yuhan lowered her head as though she was communicating with Wu Yunuo in her body. "Yes." Lin Xian then asked, "Then what if it fails?" "If I fail?" Linglong Shui pondered for a moment. "The worst possibility is that the soul will be destroyed. However, if we fail, we will try our best to ensure that the soul remains. Injuries are inevitable, but we will try our best not to destroy the soul." "Then let's give it a try." "Yes." Linglong Shui waved her hand, and a portal appeared in front of her. Ling Yu, take care of them." Ling Longyue nodded and they walked in together. This was a very beautiful small world. What was different from the outside world was that there was a large amount of heaven and earth spiritual energy here. "Let me guide the spirit first." After Huang Shi finished speaking, she condensed an array formation there. Then, all the heaven and earth spirit qi in the surroundings gathered at their place. Linglong Shui took out the spirit items they had gathered, and Lin Xian also took out the strange life velvet. "Where did you get this life oddity velvet?" Linglong Shui asked. "From the Evil Fiend Temple." They were lucky that the Evil Fiend Temple happened to have it. Moreover, they wanted to curry favor with Lin Xian, so they naturally gave it to Lin Xian. After all, it was not very useful to them. "Yes." Linglong Shui looked at Wu Yuhan and said, "Don't resist. I need to draw your sister out of your body. Wu Yuhan said, my sister's soul will dissipate once it leaves my body. Yi Renbing said, don't worry. Okay. Wu Yuhan nodded. Then, Linglong Shui formed a seal with both hands. Lin Xian was secretly amazed. Sure enough, different people's experiences were different. In Lin Xian's eyes, this was something that he didn't understand at all, something that he couldn't touch at all. However, they all understood. Yi Renbing was using the spirit items to condense something. Gradually, light flashed and the spirit items gathered together. Whoosh! A ray of light flashed and Linglong Shui drew out the soul of Wu Yuhan's sister, Wu Yuhan. This was Lin Xian's first time seeing Wu Yunuo in person. It was Wu Yuhan's appearance. After all, they were twins. The moment she came out, she would turn into nothingness and her soul would dissipate. Whoosh! Linglong Shui's power surged toward her and Wu Yunuo's soul remained in place. How much longer? Linglong Shui glanced at Yi Renbing. Soon. Yes. Wu Yuhan looked at Wu Yunuo. Your breasts seem to be bigger than your sister's. Lin Xian said to Wu Yunuo. Wu Yunuo's soul smiled slightly. That's for sure. Needless to say, Lin Xian had to thank Wu Yunuo. If not for Wu Yunuo, Wu Yuhan would not have been fooled by Lin Xian. I know what you're thinking. Wu Yunuo looked at Lin Xian. Huh? What do you know? You're thinking that after my body is reconstructed, you're planning to put us sisters on the bed and experience what it's like to be twins. Lin Xian. Lin Xian instantly felt a few pairs of sharp eyes on him. F***ck. I didn't. Lin Xian hurriedly said. Hey, I'm F***king helping you. You're harming me. Lin Xian glared at Wu Yunuo. I didn't say I didn't agree. Wu Yunuo laughed. Lin Xian. Wow. Whoosh. At this moment, a ray of light appeared in front of Yi Renbing and then, the ray of light gradually converged into the appearance of a woman. However, it was hard to say what it looked like because it was just a ray of light. Following this ray of light, it surged into the sky. It's almost done. Yi Renbing heaved a sigh of relief. Huangshi looked at Wu Yunuo and slowly raised her hand. In a while, make sure you don't reject this power. Try fusing with it. If there's any rejection, it will likely fail. Wu Yunuo nodded. Thank you. Whoosh! Then, under Huangshi's power, her soul flew into the ray of light in the sky as the two forces fused into one. Wu Yuhan looked up. She was very nervous. She was not very good at expressing her emotions. Instead, there were times when she expressed her disgust with her sister. This was because her sister had done many things that she should not have done when she was controlling her body. However, she would only express her displeasure. How could her sister, her only family member, be disgusted? She was very nervous and afraid. What if she failed? She could not accept it. She prayed. Lin Xian placed his hand on her shoulder. Don't worry. It'll be fine. At that instant, she felt a lot more at ease. Yeah. Linglong Shui, Yi Renbing, and Huang Shi, the three heavenly Tao realm existences, constantly surged their powers into the void. Bing Lingyue did not come because she had yet to reach the heavenly Tao realm, so she was of little help. Chapter 17:17. Time passed slowly. Gradually, the power in the sky became clearer and clearer. Lin Xian heaved a sigh of relief. I think it's going to succeed. He was also afraid of failure. This was Wu Yuhan's sister. Of course, he did not want to fail. Moreover, if it succeeded, what were the benefits? F***ck. Twins. The scene that Wu Yunuo described just now was something that any man would yearn for. Most importantly, the Wu sisters had such explosive figures and outstanding looks. Take off, take off. The three ladies retracted their energy at the same time. How is it? Lin Xian asked hurriedly. Wu Yuhan also looked at them expectantly. It seems to be very successful so far. Next is the process of her merging with this body. This process will depend on her. Linglong Shui said. It should be successful. Lin Xian pondered for a moment. What followed was a very tense process. They did not say anything and just stood there or sat there looking at the situation above the void. The three ladies stayed behind as they had important things to do. For example, if it failed, they had to ensure that Wu Yunuo's soul was intact. Otherwise, she would turn into ashes. Time passed slowly. Above the void, the light became weaker and weaker. The light is getting weaker and weaker. Is it? Wu Yuhan said worriedly. Not necessarily. It might succeed soon. Yi Renbing said. Whoosh! In an instant, a burst of energy erupted. The few of them closed their eyes subconsciously. When they opened their eyes again, a figure was standing above the void. It's a success. Seeing this scene, they were also pleasantly surprised. It was, of course, the best. That's great. A smile appeared on Wu Yuhan's face. Anyway, she had not smiled like this for a long time. After all, Wu Yunuo was her only relative, her only sister. Gulp. Lin Xian looked up without blinking. At this time, they realized that something was wrong. Yi Renbing walked to Lin Xian's side and pulled his ear. Hey, what are you doing? Lin Xian was dragged away by her. Is it nice? Cough, cough. Lin Xian coughed dryly and held her hand. You look the best. He. She chuckled. Then, Lin Xian raised his head again. Yi Renbing felt helpless. All right, how could he change his perverted heart? Why did Lin Xian want to see it? F***ck. White and shiny. Wu Yunuo didn't have any clothes. Then tell me, as a man, if he doesn't look at this, should he lower his head and look at the flowers and plants under his feet? Was he crazy? Wu Yunuo slowly landed on the ground and looked at her own body. Wu Yuhan hurriedly ran over. How is it? She asked. You don't say. I'm quite used to it. Wu Yunuo said. After all, she often used Wu Yuhan's body. Therefore, now that she had a new body, there was nothing strange about it. That's good. Wu Yuhan nodded and threw a piece of clothing to Wu Yunuo. Put on your clothes first. Wu Yunuo smiled and said, No need. Look at how happy he is. Lin Xian, who was behind, was speechless. Cough, cough. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose. Nonsense, I didn't look at it much. Wu Yunuo put on the clothes. Really? Why do I think you looked at it from the beginning to the end? Yi Renbing said coldly. Go away, nonsense, it's all nonsense. Just look. It's not like I haven't seen it before. Wu Yunuo smiled. F***ck. Don't talk nonsense. When did I see it? Isn't my dear sister's the same as mine? Everyone was speechless. Cough, cough. Lin Xian coughed again. Then, Wu Yunuo bowed to the three women. Thank you, seniors. Well, take your time to get used to it. Linglong Shui said. Yes. Lin Xian glanced at her. F***ck. 10th level of the Great Void stage? Are you kidding? You directly reached the 10th level of the Great Void stage after reconstructing your body? Lin Xian looked at Wu Yunuo in confusion. Wu Yunuo was also stunned for a moment. Then, she opened her palm and a powerful force condensed there. It's normal. So many top-grade spiritual objects of heaven and earth reconstructed your body, plus the power of the three of us, it's reasonable. Huang Shi said. F***ck. How can we, who work hard to improve our cultivation all day long, endure this? Lin Xian said helplessly. You can, but you don't want to. Lin Xian scratched his head. Wu Yunuo said, My strength seems to be okay. Yes, that's right. These spiritual objects of heaven and earth are all top-notch, and they can also strengthen one's foundation. Your body is formed from them, so you don't have to worry about the so-called foundation being unstable. This is equivalent to you being in this realm, and not suddenly soaring to this realm. Wu Yunuo nodded. I understand. Lin Xian suddenly realized something. Hey, then it seems that we have a candidate for the 10th person in our team. Wu Yuhan's beautiful eyes also lit up. Yes. The key was that Wu Yunuo could completely trust her. This was an effect that could not be achieved by finding a powerful genius to fill the vacancy. Furthermore, Wu Yunuo had been following Wu Yuhan all this while. Hence, she had been learning from the people around Lin Xian as well as the cooperation and chemistry between them. It was very easy for her to integrate into their team. Of course, no problem. As long as you don't think that I'm a burden. Wu Yunuo winked at Lin Xian slyly. That won't happen. What are your attributes? Let me see. Wu Yunuo sensed it. Dark, wind, and thunder. 3 attributes. You've unleashed your attack to the extreme. Lin Xian nodded with satisfaction. It seems that there's also the dark mist. Wu Yunuo opened her hand and a ball of mist appeared in her palm. Why do you have the dark mist? The dark mist was one of the powers of the 12 demon gods. Although there were others who had it, this thing was absorbed by Wu Yuhan previously. I don't know. Maybe it's because of Wu Yuhan? Wu Yuhan opened her hand and the dark mist condensed. This Wu Yunuo, after reconstructing her physical body, directly reached the peak. Super high realm, top-notch attributes, and combat skills. What Wu Yuhan had was all hers. There was also the dark mist. Let's go back. Linglong Shui said. Okay. Then they left the place. Ling Longyue looked at the 2 sisters who looked exactly the same and opened her mouth. Wow! Didn't that damn hooligan fly? Ling Longyue exclaimed. Lin Xian was shy. What are you talking about? Don't expose me. I'm too shy. Chapter 17-18. Wu Yunuo was still familiarizing herself with her body. Actually, there was nothing special that she needed to familiarize herself with, nor was there anything wrong. It was more like getting used to it. Let me hug you. Wu Yunuo saw little Shi and couldn't wait to carry her up. Little Shi wasn't shy at all. Women were born with maternal instincts. Seeing such a beautiful and cute baby, who wouldn't want to hug it? You have to say, your life is really good. Wu Yunuo said to Lin Xian. The other girls were preparing the ingredients for the hot pot. Why do you say that? You can even give birth to such cute babies, and 2 of them at that. You should be thanking the gods. Wu Yunuo said. TSK, isn't that normal? After all, my genes are right there. Come on, look at yourself, and then look at Big Sister and Big Sister Yi's appearance. It's obvious that you've lowered the standards. If you weren't so ugly, little Tianyi and little Shi would definitely be even prettier. Ling Longyue grumbled. I'm warning you, don't force me to beat you up. I'm not afraid of you. Ling Longyue glared at Lin Xian. You're getting bolder and bolder. Why do you think I'm your elder? Bah, when I was born, your grandfather's grandfather wasn't even born yet. Ling Longyue spat. When I have time, I'll teach you a lesson. After dinner, Lin Xian stayed there for the night, and then directly returned to Chengdu with Wu Yunuo and Wu Yuhan. It wasn't that Lin Xian didn't want to stay with them, but Lin Xian might have reached a time when he needed to work hard. How should he put it? Humans, in fact, should always work hard, especially martial artists. However, for Lin Xian, he had only experienced a period of hard work in his life. This period was when he was just able to cultivate, obtain the system, and then went to the martial arts academy. During this period of time, Lin Xian was really quite hard-working. After a long period of time, Lin Xian was in a comfortable circle. Although he still had many enemies, in Lin Xian's eyes, these enemies were nothing. And now, Lin Xian had entered a period where he had to work hard. He needed to reach the heavenly Tao. Reaching the heavenly Tao was just a small goal. Now, Lin Xian understood that the true face of this continent was being revealed. The face of this continent that Lin Xian had seen before was only the tip of the iceberg. He urgently needed to improve. In the Holy Palace. I'm back. Lin Xian shouted. In their private base, Ling Ying, Han Chuxue, Xiao Xinyue, Feng Ling, Wang Xintong, Murong Yu, and Zhuge Feng were undergoing training. Their current training was nothing more than forming a team in the virtual chamber to fight against powerful simulated monsters. This kind of battle was the most effective way to improve one's strength. There was no other way, of course, except for actual combat. However, this was not much different from actual combat, and there was no danger to one's life. Of course, actual combat was still actual combat, and there were many differences in actual combat. Hearing Lin Xian's voice, they all stopped training and sat up from the virtual chamber. Ha! When they saw Wu Yuhan and Wu Yunuo beside Lin Xian, they were all stunned. Then, they rubbed their eyes. Did I close my eyes for too long and see double? Feng Ling rubbed her eyes and said, double your head. Lin Xian smiled, then said, let me introduce you. This is Wu Yunuo, Wu Yuhan's twin sister. From now on, she's also the 10th member of our storm squad. Ling Ying came over and poked Wu Yunuo's face. You're a real person, right? Wu Yunuo smiled and said, of course. How come I've never heard of you before? Han Chuxue asked. Wu Yuhan said, it's nothing, I just didn't mention it before. Okay, then let's introduce ourselves too. Xiao Xinyue said. No need, I know you guys, and I'm very familiar with you guys. Wu Yunuo smiled. Huh? Wang Xintong blinked, then looked at Lin Xian in confusion. Well, that's not important, what's important is that we're all here. Then, how do we recognize you two in the future? Ling Ying asked as she peeled a lollipop and sucked on it. The one with the bigger chest is me, and the one with the smaller one is my sister. The girls. Murong Yu said, okay, since we're all here, let's report to my father. Okay. No need, I'm coming over. Murong Feng pushed open the door and walked in with a smile. You're welcome, have a seat. Then they sat in a circle. Murong Feng was their direct leader, so if there was anything, they could just look for him. Of course, their biggest advantage was that they were familiar with Murong Feng. After all, they had Murong Yu and Lin Xian, so they didn't need to be too reserved. Murong Feng looked at Wu Yunuo and nodded, Wu family's eldest daughter, right? Wu Yunuo nodded. Well, I've heard about this matter, and I know that Lin Xian went to Feng country for this matter. Where have you been all these years? I thought something had happened to you. Wu Yunuo smiled and said, all these years, I've lived the same life as my sister. Murong Feng nodded. Of course, he wouldn't have thought that she had reconstructed her physical body. Well, but it's okay, your revenge has been avenged, and you two sisters have grown to this extent, so your family can rest in peace. Murong Feng then looked at Lin Xian and said, I really didn't expect that the 10th candidate would be Wu Yuhan's sister. Lin Xian scratched his head and said, everyone is familiar with each other, and the strength is enough, so I think this is the best configuration. That's right. In my eyes, the 10 of you must be the team with the greatest potential, so I won't talk nonsense with you. I've already made some plans for you, so come and take a look. Then, they followed Murong Feng into a high-tech room. Murong Feng waved his hand, and a high-tech image appeared in the air in front of him. There was a total of more than 100 people's information on this image. This is the information I've gathered so far. These people are from the other teams of the Sanctum, the Trial Union, the Bounty Hunter Guild, and some geniuses from the top forces and families. The information isn't very complete. Their attributes and realms are only revealed on the surface. In reality, they should be much stronger than what's shown here. Murong Feng said. Chapter 1719. Lin Xian and company took a glance. They are all heavenly Dao? They were all shocked. Of course, Murong Yu was still all right. She had long known of it, but she was also shocked when she first learned of it. Morong Fong nodded. That's right. They are all heavenly Tao. Most of them are between 25 and 32 years old. They can be considered to be of your generation. They are the pinnacle existences in the entire continent. Perhaps you did not understand them in the past, but now you have to understand them. Lin Xian was secretly horrified. Aren't heavenly Tao old freaks? Why are all these young people heavenly Tao? It's completely different from what I imagined. Xiao Xinyu said. Nearly everyone on the continent has the same idea as you. After all, your previous realms and the world you can come into contact with are limited. But now, all of you have matured and your realms are sufficient. There are some things you need to know. Morong Fong said. Actually, be it the present or a long time ago, such a phenomenon is very normal. It is only a few decades ago that was a period of great decline. You said that those who reached the heavenly Tao realm were old freaks. That was indeed correct back then. This is because it was very difficult to raise one's realm back then. The heaven and earth spiritual energies were not as plentiful. Morong Fong paused and said, but these years, especially after the appearance of the Son of God system, the truly powerful people would increase their realms at an extremely fast speed. Normally, it would take 100 or 1,000 years to reach the heavenly Tao realm, but they would use 20 or 30 years to succeed. For martial artists, aside from their own innate talent, the rest would be the problem of the heaven and earth's spiritual power. Therefore, from now on, the human race will enter another era of prosperity. The people you see have rapidly grown in recent years because of the God's Child system. This is because, since ancient times, we have never lacked talented people. It's just that the heaven and earth spiritual energies limit the growth of realms. Lin Xian and company pondered over it. I thought Lin Xian and Morong you were the best. Wang Xintong said. They are the best, but they are not the best. Or rather, they are not the best now. Morong Fong said. These people are generally at the one-star heavenly Tao realm? They are the pinnacle existences in this world. Take Tian Lin for example. I've told you before that he is the sacred temple's sacred son, the eldest son of the Tian family. He is 28 years old and a 3-star heavenly Tao realm expert. That's all I know. If there aren't any accidents, the sacred temple will be under his control in the future. Morong Fong pointed at a person and said. After pausing for a moment, he continued, also, in your previous impression, the heavenly Tao is the pinnacle of existence in this world. In fact, this is indeed the case. However, you all think that a heavenly Tao with 1 star or 2 stars is an extremely pinnacle existence. In fact, let me tell you, no matter if it's the demon race or the human race, there are plenty of heavenly Tao above 5 stars, 6 stars, 9 stars, and even 10 stars. These people might be people from 10,000 years ago. It's just that because of the era, most of them won't appear. What sort of power is 10 stars at the heavenly Tao realm? Morong Yu pondered slightly. I don't know because even I have never seen the true strength of 10 stars at the heavenly Tao realm. The sacred temple should have no less than 50 heavenly Tao realm experts with 10 stars at the heavenly Tao realm, much less 9 or 8 stars. Everyone, this has really refreshed my understanding of the world, Zhuge Feng said. That's something new, Zhuge Feng said. If not, why do you think the demon race didn't choose to attack the human race by force? Instead, they slowly took down the cities one by one. It's not that easy for them. But similarly, the demon race is very strong. Furthermore, the demon race's combat strength is much stronger than the human race's. Feng Ling said, I know that. Basically, the higher the realm, the more obvious the difference. Yes, because of the demon race's cultivation, they might need 1,000 years to cultivate to the heavenly Tao realm. As for the human race, they have a chance in 100 years or even a few decades. Their foundations are on completely different levels. Morong Fong said. Lin Xian looked at the information of these people. These are all from the 3 major factions? There are also some top reclusive family clans. Therefore, The most important task for the 10 of you is none other than to raise your realm to the heavenly Tao realm. All of you are typically at 8, 9, or 10 stars. Furthermore, your talent is definitely sufficient. It's just that you have not experienced the tempering of these people. They are bound to attempt to break through to the heavenly Tao realm as soon as possible. Furthermore, you are younger than them. 1 year. I'll give all of you a year to break through to the heavenly Tao realm. I believe that there shouldn't be too much of a problem in this 1 year. Han Chuxue asked, "Don't we still have a competition with them?" "Yes, I've rejected it. This competition is actually more of a competition between you and the second team of the various major factions. I don't think there's much of a need for it. These people are from the first team. You will have frequent contact with them in the future." "Alright, then we should focus on raising our realms and breaking through to the heavenly Tao realm." Lin Xian. "That's right." Then, Morong Feng waved his hand as the scene changed. A map appeared. This is a place among the Fey race. It's called the Fey God Empire. You can simply understand it as an empire of the Fey race. There are many cities of the Fey race here. All the Fey race that appear in these cities are existences that have taken human form. In other words, any random person you see is a celestial venerable, great void, or even heavenly Tao. Morong Feng said. "This is our trial." Morong Feng nodded. "Yes, you can say that it's a trial. It's also the place I found for all of you. Those people have all been to this place. The Fey race also has their own good places. Once you are there are many things that can allow you to obtain the greatest improvement. There are dangers of death and all sorts of terrifying tests. Only in this place can you obtain the greatest improvement. Think about it." Lin Xian said, "I don't think there's anything to think about. Since they have all gone, why can't we go?" Everyone nodded. "Alright, it's good that all of you have this awareness. Then, all of you should prepare. When you reach the Fey God Empire, the signal might not be able to pass through. Don't worry, we have this signal transmitter." "Alright, I almost forgot about this thing. However, when you reach the Fey God Empire, especially in the cities of the Fey race, you must be careful. Try not to expose your phone as much as possible because it will expose your identity as a human." Understood. Alright, I'll tell you the rest of the follow-up. Prepare yourselves and set off in a few days. Yes. You're tuning in to the Narrate and Escape YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.